Shut up and sit down.
Bing. Yeah, folks, we was rambling again like a couple of old bints. Yes, folks. Welcome to the good old Friday frolic, folks, with me, Festa 67's workshop, and him.
Hello.
The guru himself.
Morning.
Get the pimpage out of the way and then we can relax. If you'd like to help support this channel and keep the content coming, consider heading over to patreon.com/Festa67 and becoming a patron. Or you can click the join button below this or any of my other videos. Tiers start at £1. That gives you access to the Zoom 24/7 off-air hangout. Also, there's a $sign just below the YouTube chat. In the middle there, the one with the $1 on it. You can leave a big old super chat in there. Your comment gets put in a big box on the screen, and you get a bit of on-screen air guitar as well. All of that. So, yeah, it all helps pay for this streaming software and the content that you see, folks. So it really does help keep me going in this hobby.
Yeah.
Talking of all the groovy people in the chat, let's just do a quick visit to the chat and see how everyone is. Load of links at the top there with the yellow boxes on. They give you the access to all your tabletop gaming savings links and affiliates. There's also one for me scale mates on there as well. So you can head over to there, add me as a mate. You can have a peruse through me stash because in the coming future, I'm going to be putting some polls in there. A plane, a vehicle or armour, and there'll be a choice in there what you want the next build to be. And once we get that result, I'll then list the top 3 of each one out to scale mates. I'll get people just to put their suggestions in the chat and we'll choose my next build project. So yeah. Just a way of getting you all involved, folks.
My scale mates has got one kit on it, and that's an Odo.
Yeah, you just need to put a bit more effort in, mate, and upload your stuff.
I never got past putting one kit on it. I'm like, I'll come back to that. And then
he expects everything to be done for him, this one, doesn't he? Jake is in, says hi, Colin and Fox. Hello, Jake. How you doing, fella?
Hello,
Lovely
mate.
to see you in. Fox is in, says evening, tiny squiggles. And Fox, I don't know why I did that. He's right next to me. Hugh Gordon is in, says evening in, mates. Good evening, Hugh. How are you, mate?
Evening.
Wayne Model Works is in. He says, hello to all in chat. Just getting ready to return to work. After my lunch break, I'll be listening, and I hope everyone is doing well. As do we, Wayne. Lovely to see you about, mate. I'm made up because I know you're okay, mate, because I haven't seen you for a little while. Athol is in. Evening, Hugh Gordon, Festa and Fox. Good evening, Athol. Love to you, mate. Hope you're doing all right, my friend, and love to your family and etc. Hugh says hi to Athol even. And Hugh then says, I've just been watching some It Ain't Half Hot, Mum. Classic laughs. Hey, yeah. John Alec is in saying hi, Festa and Fox and all in chat.
Hey, John.
Hello, John. How you doing?
Hello.
Bobbins is here. He says, I'm not here. It's all a dream. Just go back to sleep. Okay,
Who said
Bobbins.
Who said that?
John Alex saying hello to Athol and Hugh. So, yes, folks, don't forget in the chat, belly, bench, beverage, and biscuits is all for your choice. What's in the belly? What's on your bench? What is your beverage of choice? And if you have biscuits, what are they?
Yeah. And why aren't they chocolate hobnobs?
Exactly that. Anyway, talking of knobs and chocolate and all that lot.
I see what you did there.
See what I'm doing here, can't I? How are you, Fox? And above all, how's my mum?
You calling Mama Wolf a knob?
No, I knew you would try that.
Yeah. I'm all right, but you don't care. Mama Wolf is fine. She's sat downstairs with her iPad and a marmalade scone. So
I know, happy. Bless her.
Yeah. We've got no raspberry jam left, so she's on marmalade scones.
Yeah, imagine her now going to bloody hate this Marmite, but hey, you know. Jeff
No
Light,
marmalade, not Marmite.
Absolutely. Jeff Light says, hi, Cole Fox, everybody in chat, and audio and videos. Good. Hello, Jeff, and love to Maggie as well. Big hugs to Maggie.
Marmite on a scone. Ooh.
Did I say Marmite? I did, didn't I?
Yeah, but now you've got me thinking about Marmite on a scone.
I know, Marmite is the ultimate, mate. I've got a nice fresh pot of Marmite in the cupboard. Might have to dig out the spoon later.
You'd have to forgo the clotted cream, though, because you wouldn't be able to spread Marmite on clotted cream.
No, me, mate. I'll just sit there with a jar of Marmite and a spoon, mate. I'll be happy. I am so wrong. When it comes to Marmite, it does go on everything, mate.
I need to try it on actual cooked foods at some point. I keep meaning to do that. I'm forgetting. So, but anyway, yes. How are you? How is my mum?
Sorry,
Yeah,
mate. I was just
right as you're taking a swig.
Yeah, I was just taking the swig there. Perfect timing. Yeah, she's fine, mate. Yeah, she's happy. Yeah, still bemoaning the world, which is good for me because I know she's all right.
Yep, it's a good sign.
She was having a go about today's news headlines. Obviously, I won't go into that because, but yeah, she was offering her opinion to the point she said, I'm surprised at his mother, you know. Why is that, Mum? I'm surprised she hasn't told him what she thinks. I'm like, yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, if he was mine, I'd give him a stern talk. Yeah, of course you would. Okay, love.
Yeah, of course you would.
Full-blown pigeon head. Yeah, all right, Mum.
She would, though. She would.
She would.
But you doing okay?
I'm all right, mate. Yeah, you know how it is, mate. Day to day and all of that lot. But, yeah. Yeah, the usual, but hey, I won't go into that because, yeah, people haven't tuned in for that.
So, as you're already working on it, what are you working on tonight?
I am doing a bit more on my Mercedes SLK AMG, mate, or SLS AMG, mate. I'll show you the box art in a sec. But yeah, I got into my pre-mode fettling. I'm just finishing off the assembly on. Let's just get the box on that bad boy that was sent to me. Look at that.
There you go.
It's got all the gold wing doors on it, so that's what I'm up to. And I'm just doing the final bits on the interior. Pardon me, getting some of the sub-assemblies ready on sticks, ready for paint, because we're not far off of paint. Paint, I hear you say. Paint, I hear you say.
Paint, I say.
It's going to be based with a bit of Kawasaki metallic ground coat, right?
Ooh.
Because I found the colour I was after, my leftover colour.
Oh, Kawasaki green. Ooh,
Kawasaki candy
nice.
green. I did this on my Land Rover and dirtied it up, and I've still got just over half a pot. So I want to do it on a nice clean car.
I'm guessing the ground coat is like a silver colour.
Oh, yeah, it's basically like a candy effect. So, yeah.
Nice.
So, yeah, it's just something subtle. And it went down well on my Land Rover. And it was one of those, do I decal it, do I not? And because it was a Dakar vehicle, it had to have decals on it.
Hello.
No, it didn't. No, surely not. Don't say that. Not again.
Don't say that.
So yeah, I wanted
You
to
sounded like Steptoe then. I don't say that.
Yeah, that's the old man. So yeah, I wanted to do it super clean. So I thought, well, at least one of them's going to be super clean. So that's the colour I've decided on. It's nice, rich, vibrant. Doesn't look it in the pot, but it is. He says, try and open the pot. Yeah,
it's a lovely colour.
And so it's going to be, once it's down on the candy, it's going to be, I think, just right. Now, there's going to be the purists out there going to go, oh, but it's an AMG Merc. I don't care.
Who cares?
It's my AMG Merc. And the guy that bought this one, he says, I like it, but I want it in Kawasaki green. And because they please the customer and say, we'll paint it any colour you want, that's the colour he got.
Yeah. The people that say, oh, that's not an official colour. It's like, yeah, my car's got a shark mouth on it. Somebody who owns a car can go and get it painted whatever they want. So
absolutely. So, that's what I'm up to, mate. I am just prepping all of me bits and me bobs, mate. Yeah. The interior on that, I really don't know whether to do it a nice tan. I don't know what will go well with the colour. I was thinking
red leather, but...
Sorry?
I was thinking red leather with the green interior.
Would the red go with the green, though? Would that be... Yeah.
It would do, but it's getting a bit too close to, like, British sports car with red and green, isn't it? So.
Exactly. So, So, I'm undecided yet. I might just black it and just be done with it.
Yeah, that's an option.
I'm not 100% sure on the interior colour yet, folks. But I could lighten the green down, I suppose, and have green inserts against the silver. But
or cream with green accents.
Cream white with green piping.
Yeah, green accents and piping, yeah, maybe.
That may well work. I've got a pot even, of cream vice somewhere.
Cream vice.
Cream vice.
Cream vice, that's his stick. Don't know what that was.
I've got no idea, mate.
What are you doing, Fox, I hear you ask?
Yeah, I was about to. I got distracted then to see where my pot of cream vice was,
you were doing
mate.
Things.
Yeah, what are you up to, geez?
Tonight, I got bored painting my Deathcore Schmeiser greatcoats. I just got bored. My brain went, I'm bored with these now. And it happens.
Bad.
I can get very bored of something very quickly. And you can either carry on and not enjoy doing it and do a bad job, or you can just I'll put it to the side.
Yeah.
And I'll crack on with something else. So I went through my stash of stuff I built and primed and thought, you know what? I'll just paint my gun wagon, my old gun wagon.
Yeah, but you got to show everyone what you did.
What I did? Oh yeah, well, I've got my own gun wagon, and I've got loads of little bits on bases like the dudes and stuff to paint it. I don't know what colour yet, but the bottom, when you get underneath, you get this nice bit here with like engine details, but when you turn it over, there's nothing. There's just a big hole. There's like the wheels, and then there's just nothing. So I had to add some greebles to it. So I added some nonsense, which is basically turrets off a Lehman Russ and a fuel barrel, and a missile pod off, I think, a Landspeeder Storm, just to make it look like there's gubbins underneath.
I'm impressed, though, mate.
Not, and the plastic it's on, that's all plastic card, like this bit here. But if you take all that away, it's literally just you've got 2 strips there and then just a gap, and it's horrible. It's like, really? So I had to
For
add some
you, that
shizzle to
is super duper epic scratch buildery pokery, mate.
Yeah, that's hardcore nonsense. So
honestly, little bits of me welled up when I saw that.
Did you get a little bit proud, did you?
I did. Well, you know I did. I sent you a message. I'm so proud of you, Honeycutt.
I know that.
Yeah.
I'm stretching it out for the crowd. I even made little brackets on the floor here where it's like it's a bit of plastic card that goes over the horizontal and the vertical. So I did it and I scored it and I bent it like that.
Yeah, I know. I'll cut him with his scratch building process.
I made corners.
He's now going to be the scratch building expert in the group now because he's done
the model
bit
making
of
GNU King of Corners.
There you go.
So that's what I'm going to. And tonight I'm going to do the rust stippling on it first to straight off. Sort of. I don't know what colour I'm going to do it though. I could just do it blue, but I've done a lot of Blue Orc stuff, and I might do it because I'm doing Death Skulls, aren't I? As a clan, but I don't want to do everything blue because I don't know what the colour to do.
No, that's why I'm breaking mine up, so you got a bit of variety when you look at the back wall there, you know. So,
I mean, I could do yellow. I'm keen on yellow, or I could do like goths and go black, but then it's like weathering over black's a bum basically. So I don't know. We'll get the rusting stuff done first. Could do. Go for the Evil Sons red.
But a really worn red, you know.
Well, yeah, warm or worn.
Yeah, it's been out on the warpath and it's been sandblasted and knackered and clagged. It'll be absolutely battered. It'll be like 1983 knackered old faded paint Escort pink. Yeah, that's the one.
There used to be one. There used to be a soft top Escort. Used to live around here. Let's go XR2.
Yeah.
From like 1984, and it had obviously been left in the sun because it was like pink. It used to be red.
Used to be a huge problem back there with the fold reds, didn't it?
Yep. It just fade to pink within moments.
Jeff says, good man, cold Marmite is yummy. John Alex having a wee dram of rye, nothing on the bench, leftover pizza in a bit. Athol says, Mary is at home and living in her old flat with Celia and Hamish, hence why I'm still up and about. Oh, you're near lonesome, mate. Oh, big hugs. Hugh was in PC World today. You got to watch your lip in there. Yeah.
Watch your lip.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a bit. Bit PC World. Get where he's going. PC. Yeah. You've got to know Hugh's humour, Fox. Come on.
I'll get a 5 out of 10 for that one.
Yeah, I got what you meant, Hugh. Yeah. Bless you. Do you want to send a full written explanation of that little one-liner to Fox? Jeff Light wishes Mary a speedy recovery. Our very own model-making Carl Sagan is in saying hi to Festa Foxx, Jeff, Hugh, Athol, John Bobbins, and everyone else in the chat.
And we who embody the local eyes and ears and thoughts and feelings of the cosmos, we've begun, at last, to wonder about our origins. Star stuff, contemplating the stars, organised collections of 10 billion atoms.
Absolutely, mate, absolutely. Jeff Light is saying hello to Jeff. Athol says thanks. Jeff, give her time as her throat will be sore for days to come. Having had a camera tube down her internals, finding nothing. Found her tongue was cut, silly mare. Oh, bless her. Well, like I say, Athol, at least she's on the mend, and at least you all know that it's not something more sinister. So,
yeah.
That's the key, mate. At the end of the day, they always say at the hospitals, we'd rather you reach out and make the call than not call at all. So,
yep.
Any one of you that's got stuff like that going on, get yourself checked because it's well worth it. Absolutely is, mate.
Yeah, don't mess about.
No.
I've got a little thing on my top lip that I'm going to go and get sorted out or looked at next week, and it's probably just like a blood blister or something. But I'm thinking it's been there for like 3 or 4 weeks now. I need to get that checked.
Called your head, mate. See what I did.
Laugh, I nearly spent money.
Yeah, none of us have any shame when it comes to being him. We will brutalise each other at every opportunity.
But my thinking is, it's probably just a blood blister or some little thing. But at the end of the day, I'd rather get it checked out and it not be anything kind of, skin cancer or anything like that.
Exactly. You don't want to leave it that it turn out to be something like basal cell carcinomas and things of that ilk because, they're not pleasant.
You don't want it to be something that, you wish you'd got sorted out. So
put it this way, right? Mama Festa left a similar thing for a long time. And it turned out to be the sinister thing. So if she was sat here now, you know what she'd be saying to you, mate.
Oh, yeah.
Because she was stubborn, and she admits, if I hadn't have been so stubborn,
Yeah.
And, she ended up going through a lot more than she would have done, so.
Absolutely. I mean, it's been 3 or 4 weeks, and it's like, if I cut it, it bleeds like a stuck pig, so I'm like, you know what? I'm just going to go to the doctors next week and have a look.
I would ask why you're actually tampering with it, Fox. Leave it alone, mate. Come on.
No, I'm not. It's literally like, when you have a wash in the morning, it literally can make it bleed.
Yeah.
So it's like, wow, because you can't avoid it. It's like right in the middle of my face.
Oh, yeah, it's right in your gum chops, isn't it, mate? Yeah.
It's like I can't not wash that bit. So I need a bigger brush.
Get yourself down there, mate. I mean, considering you're not a sun-seeking person. Yeah. So, get yourself looked at, mate. Because you're not going to nag you now until you do.
Oh, no, I'm going to do it on Monday. I'm going to give him a call.
Yeah, because I'll ring you up at Monday at midday going, have you had it checked yet? Have you had it checked yet? Dude, have you had it checked yet? Dude, have you had it checked yet?
Yeah, it'll be a case of phone the doctors, and then it'll be like 3 days later when I get to go and see them. And they're like, he needs to be a dermatologist. That'll be another 8 weeks.
Yeah. Actually, they're really quick on it, mate.
Yeah.
Things of that ilk. They got to be now, mate.
Yeah. Maybe they'll just like burn it off or freeze it off or something.
Yeah, obviously I don't want you to fret on it because I know what you're like.
Oh, no, I'm not fretting on it. It's like they'll just burn it out or kill it out or
they'll get shot of it, mate. It'll be gone before you know it.
Destroyed.
Athol says, hi, Jeff, what's for dinner? Lindsay's builds in saying, hi, Festa Foxx and chat. And good afternoon, good evening, Lindsay, whichever time it is in the world you live in. Athol says, morning, Lindsay. There you go. So I take it, Lindsay, you're the other side of the pond, are you? Or are you down under? Hugh Gordon says it's your nose, Foxy. See where this is going.
Yeah, thanks for that.
Jeff Light says him and Maggie are both very well. How's John? Yeah, and hopefully, John, yes, after what you've been going through recently, hopefully, mate, you've crossed the bridge and things are picking up, mate. Bobbins says my pet python now has 2 mice in the belly, as well as a piece of my arm. He's not picky. Happy days. Happy days.
Piece of my arm. What is his pet python called? Let's find out. What's your pet python called?
Please let it be Percy.
Yeah, please don't let it be Monty, because you'll just come around and slap me if it's called Monty. Because you will just get slapped.
I hadn't thought of that, but yeah. Oh.
We didn't hear that one.
I deny everything.
I just heard you go, oh, so I assumed there was a trumpage, but we didn't hear that one. See, you can't even keep it secret.
No, not with my lot, I can't, no.
No. I was quite amused. I was saying to Colin the other day, like, if you watched Monday's stream, Wednesday's stream, where Colin may have done a bit of a parp, and I actually went back and watched it. Colin figured out where it was in the stream. And if you keep in mind that when I'm listening to Colin, I've got a little earpiece in my ear and it's like really tinny and quite quiet. It's just a little simple earpiece. So to me, it was this delicate little... I went back and watched the video and it's like, dear God, that would clear the fog, that would.
Yeah, it was...
It was quite impressive. So what you guys heard...
Yeah, I knew it was bad because I was in here the other day and heard laughing next door and I thought, hell are they watching? And my missus, when she corpses, she corpses. And Lex was the same. And I spun the door open to be confronted by my two watching back the KA.Models Wednesday show. Just at that point where my first lot of parpage happened, I'm like, okay. And I stealthily tried to close the door and a pair of them were like, we know you're there. And then that was it. The mockery started.
It is correct. The mockery is, of course, correct.
And it's when Lex looked at me and said, you would have been all right. He said, but a well-spoken man asked or said, hello.
I was like, hello.
Yeah. He said, and that was it. He said, because it was at that point you realised he had heard you. Yeah.
Yeah. So, hello.
Even he calls you the well-spoken man now.
I like that. Which is funny because I think I've got a right northern accent, but apparently I haven't, I guess.
Yeah.
It's like in my head I just sound northern, but then I know that I don't sound anything like, anybody from Derby or Fred Dibner or anybody like that. I even sound remotely like that. So I should have left these tracks off, shouldn't I, really?
You know what you should have done? Should have left those tracks off, mate. Yeah.
Yeah, leave your tracks off.
Yeah, leave your tracks off. Leave your tracks off.
Leave it out.
We have got something else that lives in there.
No, I don't want to actually stipple rust the tracks. I don't want to just do them later with the... I don't know.
Do it. You know you're wrong.
Mental note, next time you make one of these gun wagons, leave the tracks off. Leave your tracks off. Leave your tracks. Never mind. Moving on. I also need some more Rhinox. Have I got any more Rhinox? Oh, I don't know, actually.
Oh, you can't not have Rhinox Eye, mate. You haven't got Rhinox Eye, you will be issued a finger of shame.
No, but I think I've actually used it all. I did actually find, though, a box of all the duplicate paints I've got. Let me just check my box of duplicates. Because I opened this box and there was like six golds and like 7 of particular purples. I'm like, this is my duplicates box. Do I have a Rhinox hide? I'm guessing I don't. No, of course I don't.
I thought you had a fresh bottle.
Yeah, I think I've used it all.
I'm sure you said the other week you had a fresh bottle of it.
No, I said I found another bottle. I don't think it was fresh. I think it was open and used, but not empty. Oh, hang on. There's another one. How much is in that one? Just about as much less. Okay. Just have to make it last.
Yeah.
Put any models ordering for like 1,000 pots of it.
Yeah. Anyone that can't get it, you'll know who's been in and ordered some.
Yeah. Remember that Rhinox ad you used to be able to order from? Yeah, not anymore. Bye. Door slam.
Absolutely. Athol says, time for bed. Have a good show. Festa and Foxx. Expect to see you both models fully built and painted next time.
Yeah, good luck with that.
PJ's in says, morning, Colin, Foxx and everyone in the chat. He says
Pete.
to you, where's Guthorm? Do we need to raise money to pay for a ransom?
No. I've retired Guthorm because Colin Festa said he kept distracting him, so I don't want to distract Festa at the start of the show.
Distracting me when you would sit there poncing about whilst I was trying to read out the pimpage bit. Because if
I've
you
retired
think
him.
back to your Warhammer shows, when I used to be your guest, I never distracted you all the time you was doing your intros and promotions. That was all.
Well, I can't see when I'm doing. I can't see.
But you
anything
would
that's going
sit
on
there
my
straight
screen.
away going me at the camera, and it's like, dude, yeah,
It wasn't me. It was Guthorm.
yeah. So yeah,
He's not like he's a puppet or something.
yeah. So in other words, Fox has got his lip out. It's not Gavon's fault.
I thought best not to distract you.
No, it's just, it's something I didn't do to you when you was doing your intros, and it was just, very distracting when I'm trying to read something literally just below your camera shot. Because I don't memorise it, because you know my issues with my memory, so... But anyway. Hopefully next week he makes a reappearance.
Maybe not.
If the lip is still out, then he won't make an appearance.
Yeah. My lip, it is a lip of significance.
Everyone's saying good night to Athol, PJ saying hello to Jeff Light and Maggie. And the important question, PJ, how are you, mate? How have you been? Not seen you about. Hopefully you're all right, mate.
Yes.
And that things in the world of PJ and his Lewis are doing well.
Peach.
There you go. That looks a little bit cleaner. What was it Bobbins is saying up there? He says, Festa, I have never seen a bright pink Mercedes. Please attend to this at your earliest convenience.
Hello, Kitty Mercedes.
I see what you're doing there, mate. I see what you're doing.
Do you want me to send you some of my Hello Kitty decals?
I've got a metallic pink paint up there left over from when I did the tank.
Oh.
I could just feel the wrath of PJ looking down his nose at the camera and scorning.
Yeah, and you know what? That's making you more determined.
Pretty
You know
much, yeah.
The wrath of PJ is your fuel.
The face palm of PJ may be issued.
Yep. It's what feeds Festa's soul.
It's the fact I could see the expression and hear the no. Yeah.
It's either, with Festa, it's either murdering kittens or making PJ facepalm. One of them is more socially acceptable than the other. So, kittens it is. So I don't know why I'm doing all this rust on the inside of the cockpit area, because you can't really see it. You can see it just about, but it's there. It needs to be painted. At least a bit.
At the end of the day, mate, if you don't paint it, you know what will happen. The minute you assemble it, you'll see the bit you haven't painted.
Yeah.
Happens to us all, mate.
I might not give it the full paint job, but I'll give it a basic paint job just so you can see something through the little windows.
Yeah, even if you do it in shadow, still enough, isn't it?
Yeah, just a little bit. Just a little tiny bit.
Hank Marvin's in. Did anyone just say shadow? Yeah, no, Hank. Get over it.
I think that was reasonably copyright free, that bit there.
Yeah, I think we got away with that, didn't you?
Yeah, I think we did.
Good old Hank and his Marvin. Right, let's figure out. We'll leave that as a sprue.
Wow, I'm desperately running short of paint, so what I didn't need to do just then was put the brush in the pot and get 95 tons of paint on the brush. Thanks, brush.
You had one simple job. Oh, it's the brush's fault. It put itself in your paint, did it?
Yeah, it did. It completely did. Can't trust them brushes, you know. Vote for me and you'll never get too much paint on your brush.
Yeah. God, could you imagine Fox, Prime Minister's question time? That I'd pay to see.
Does the Prime Minister have an opinion on this, that and the other? I stand up.
Yeah. We're like, tell it to the hand.
I'd like to answer the right honourable, and I will do so in the form of beatbox.
Yeah.
That's
I'd
my
like to
talk on the
do
policy.
this in the interpretation of dance.
Yes.
Just imagine the media. And yes, the Prime Minister sat down and the leader of the opposition proceeded to dance around the chamber.
Prime Minister stood up at Prime Minister's question time today, did an enormous fart.
Yeah, just imagine it at the UN. I think you're all been rather stupid. Let's all go play Bluey.
Yeah. Oh, no, it's a terrible game. I wouldn't make them suffer that. Let's all go play Halo.
This is you dressed in Bluey outfit, trying to be Bluey.
I would make that a UK government uniform, of course.
You know, so... and yes, sorry, PJ, Bluey was mentioned, mate.
I apologise to PJ for nothing.
Yeah, let's keep dropping that goal, because it's only right next to you. Look. Really? Leave them on there for now. Don't mean to say it's going to get painted on the sprue. It just means that I'm keeping all the bits together.
All your bits together.
When we come off air, and different stands for the different colours, because I want to try and get this in the spray booth this week. I said last week I wanted to get it in the spray booth, but something came up this week, so
yep.
That just forego my plans for a couple of days again. Right, okay. We got a bit.
We'll keep making plans ahead of time, Fest.
Well, we got to, because you want to get on with stuff, but at the moment, I'm not going into details, but yeah,
the universe is always like, how about?
There are legitimate reasons on them. There you go. You don't need none of that. That is all greevilage.
Say, oh yes.
Slinging out. So let's have a look.
Sling out.
Just to make sure there's nothing else lurking in here that I still need for this build, and there is. All me chrome and all me glassware. So,
you don't need lurkers, do you?
Let's dig that out. We want to have a look at the tyres today. Can't put the wheels together yet until I've painted the disc brakes. Okie dokie, so...
Jeff Light says, right, Maggie says it's time for a drink, so we're back in a few of those little minuets.
Yeah, no worries, mate. Tea, no sugar, tea bag bobbing, mate.
Yep, I'll have a tea, no sugar. I might have a coffee. PJ says he's been taking some personal time away from the interwebs.
All right, PJ. Well, you know where I am, mate. Same offer is extended to you that you always extend to me, mate. We'll leave it there because I don't want you to feel awkward. But, yeah, you know where I am, mate. Because you're there for me whenever I'm struggling on stuff. So, either will be returned. God, I did that and didn't fall out of my chair. I'm amazed, balls.
Did you say amazed, balls?
I did, didn't I?
It's like 2007 all over again.
I know, it's scary, isn't it?
You'll be doing 1980s things next.
I can assure you I won't.
Yeah.
Right. What have we got? That's all decaled. That is chrome, I do believe. So I might as well not strip the headlights that I'm interested in. Let's have a looky, kins.
I like to stipple.
That's what we did there. We got colour for them bad boys. Yeah, we have G. There's a lens in there.
Lens. I like the word lens. It always sounds slightly rude, like you're naming a part of the body that you shouldn't really be discussing.
So it looks like they're dark grey, right? So they can come off and be stripped of their chrome.
Kick me right in the lens.
Oh.
What's that?
I get to get the oven bright out.
Oh. Fabulousness.
Can't be a bit of oven bright. So we don't need none of that. Let's have a looky, kins, at the main bar that goes across the front. Is saying that is colour A, which is flat aluminium. Now, I'm thinking...
I remember flat aluminium.
Do I do that? Do I do the chrome work chrome, or do I do the chrome work in gunmetal?
Decisions.
I can't leave the kit chrome on there. That's sugar.
No.
Yeah. See what I did there? I cleaned that up, didn't I?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm going to dip all the chrome. Decisions made. I was going to leave some of it, but no, I don't like it.
I think gunmetal would be a bit too dark, but
yeah, it might just go for a light gunmetal or an aluminium. We'll see.
Yeah. God, I remember Tamiya flat aluminium. It's like all the Tamiya metals are so flaky. It's like, oh.
Yeah.
Trying to brush paint that onto like rifles and things was always a challenge.
Yeah, it's not the greatest, is it?
And you wonder why when I was a kid I thought I couldn't paint.
All right, that's what we're after. Okay. Yeah, I've got some AK Extreme metals as well I can play with. So, some of the iron colours and things like that.
Yeah, that'll do the job. Some of the exhaust colours, jet exhaust colours and stuff.
Yeah, so I'll have a play with the metals and see what I come up with.
Do all the chrome in gold, says the Bobbins.
Oh, look at that. Super Iron 2. Ooh, that looks nice.
Oh, yeah.
What do you say? Do all the chrome in gold?
Do all the chrome in gold, yeah.
Oh.
Go a bit Scooby on it.
Would that go with the metallic green, do you think?
I don't know. It might be an abomination. It might work really well. I don't know with that. It's one of those colour combinations that until you see it, there's no real way to kind of guess in advance, is there? I don't know how it would. My brain can't quite.
It's only one way to find out, isn't there? And that is hold a bit of gold up.
Green and gold. It could be a bit Essex. It could be quite nice.
I know it needs a shake up, but there's the pots.
I don't know, actually. I think it is one of those combinations that you'd actually have to see to judge it.
Yeah. What do the colour aficionados think? Do you think that's a bit too much? Don't want to go overboard, do I? Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, this is me.
I mean, it works on a Scooby. You got your gold wheels on a Scooby and they're blue. So, blue and gold works, sort of.
Yeah, that's a point.
I mean, I don't actually like gold trim wheels on Scoobies, but I know it does work. It's not to my taste, but I agree that it works in a colour-wise.
You've got framework, iron, piston, engine block.
Beep, 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 beep.
That's a bit of a darker colour, but that's leaning towards gunmetal again, isn't it? So
it's still an aluminium colour, sort of.
Yeah, let's open the lid.
It's how vibrant. You're not going to know how vibrant it is, though, are you, until you get it on there. It's like you want it to be a vibrant silver or a muted silver, or. This is one of the things that made me. One of the reasons I gave up a little bit on Gunpla was I never wanted to do the standard colour schemes.
Sort of colour, almost like a rust grey.
Yeah, it's more of a bluey grey, isn't it? I don't think that would work.
So yeah, we need to have a bit of a think on the bright work, but for a moment the chrome is all going to come off anyway because
chrome. Because it is. Because deal with it, it's coming off.
It's kit chrome in it. What more can I say?
Yeah, it's one of the things that I gave up on Gunpla a bit because I was getting headaches trying to come up with colour schemes that weren't just the kit colour schemes, and I can't do that. I've got no imagination for colour at all, really. When it comes to that, I'm absolutely useless at it.
Yeah, it's the complementary colour that I want.
Yeah. I found that in order to come up with colour schemes, I was having to look at other people's work and try and cobble ideas from that. I really have no imagination for colour.
I mean, I've got old gold, which is a bit of a darker gold.
That's quite a pale gold, isn't it?
Yeah. Unless I go brass, but is brass too...
No, I don't think brass would. I don't know. I'm trying to think what colour Scooby's wheels are, in what level of golden. I can't quite picture it.
I've got gunmetal blue, but I think that'll be too dark.
Blue and green.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't know.
Aged aluminium rather than gunmetal, in my honest opinion, says Jeff. Yes.
Yeah. I'm not the person to ask about colour choices.
Yeah.
I asked Colin for my colour choices.
It's almost to an aluminium, but, well, VJ says, what about jaw aluminium, AK Extreme Metal, AK 482?
Oh, yeah, that's like a interesting colour.
Yeah, have I got any of that? If not, I will have.
Yeah, duraluminum's quite a bright silver. Duraluminum. Duraluminum.
There you go. I've got a Vallejo version. Duraluminum.
Yeah, that's quite a nice bright silver.
What do you reckon then? Duraluminum with the green, yeah?
I shall leave it to the chat to answer your question.
Yeah.
I've got a clue. Yeah, I think so.
There you go.
They do spray really nicely, those metals. Those Vallejo metals, they are gorgeous.
Yeah, so yeah, I'll give that a shake up and...
if you can get it on a gloss black blaze, even better. Oh, very nice.
Yeah, the whole thing will be base gloss black.
Lovely. Lovely.
Yeah, okay, we'll go with that then. So I'll leave that pot with everything else so that I know.
What's the worst that can happen?
Because I will forget between now and when I paint it, believe it or not, I will forget if I don't leave the paint out. May sound daft, but it's true.
No?
That's why everything gets written down in a notepad normally, because...
Sorry, I'm going to write down in a minute to order myself some more Rhinox hide, because if I don't, I'll forget.
Yeah. Just one of those, isn't it?
I would do it now, but I don't really want to be ordering stuff online in the middle of a live stream.
I don't know, it's been done before.
I always make it a rule never to do what I've mocked. Right, that's that.
Right.
Right, that's that there. Hinox hide.
The oven bright is out. Oh yeah. Right, let's have a bit of a...
Aside from that, I couldn't secretly try and place an order online anyway, because you'd hear my keyboard, so...
yeah, you do have the world's most loudest keyboard, so yeah. Right, let's put that up there out the way. The tyres, let's put my sanders away just for the moment. I'll clean them up. Actually, if I clean them up now, I know I've done them. Because if I don't, I'll regret it.
You'll regret it.
And then we'll get this all done.
Excuse me, XV88. Where's XV88?
There you go. Get them and dung out.
Moonfang.
Keeps your sanders nice and clean, and they're ready then for when you next pick them up, folks.
I think it was Moonfang Brown that I found the other day, actually.
Right. Sling them up there for a moment and get the oven bright out. I've got my water to do as well, haven't I? So let's move all of that so I can shut the drawer.
Where's my XV88's gone?
I don't know, mate.
There it is.
I don't know. It's probably in the pot of XV88 stuff that you had last time.
There we go.
My little pot of soakiness.
XV88. Subtle with these.
Crafting Budgie Mama is in, says, good morning, everyone. Good morning. How are you? Hope you're keeping well. That was the Jaw Aluminium. Jeff Light says, hi, Tasha. I take it, Budgie, you're Tasha, are you? I'd like to know your name, because that way I don't get confused, because me and names are useless. Me and Bob here have been streaming together for years, and I keep calling him Fox for some reason. Don't know why.
I know. This Clive's an idiot. I've told you that before. Don't listen to him. I don't even know who this man is or why I'm here, but, you know.
No, he just clicked the wrong button in StreamYard, and he's too polite to say, "Dude, you're not the bloke I normally stream with."
It's not supposed to be. I'm not very good at spelling, and I misspelled OnlyFans. So again.
Yeah. Note to self. Right.
You're like, note to self. Look at what OnlyFans is.
Yeah. I'm sitting there confused. Like, so is that something else I'm supposed to pimp my channel on? Is it, dude?
I think you should. Absolutely, yes.
Really?
I think you should go on OnlyFans.
Snapchat, is it?
I think you should go on OnlyFans and do some serious research.
Why do I feel I'm being stitched up like a kit barrier?
I think the people in chat would agree that you could get some great traffic to your videos by having an OnlyFans set up.
Now I know you're taking them on. Yeah.
Ask the people in chat; they'll tell you.
Yeah. Okay. Clues in the name there. This is a pot of oven bright, a bit like, Purple Power, something like that. It's basically an oven cleaner. Simple clean, is it, or something they have in America?
They have. I don't know actually.
Simple Green, is it, or Purple Power?
Yeah, Simple Green. That's the one.
But yeah, it's something similar to that.
Is it like a gel or a liquid, that oven?
This is a gel, stuff? This is.
All right. I've used Oven Pride, but not Oven Bright.
Yeah.
Probably why yours is faster than mine then, because I've not used that one.
I mean, literally, that's just gone in and it's gone, pretty much. So it is. It's pretty quick, isn't it?
Yes, I think I might have to try Oven Pride next time. I've been using Oven Bright, and I thought you were using the same. So.
No, this is Oven Bright. You've been using Oven Pride.
Yeah, I've only just realised that.
Yeah, this is the stuff that when you've got your cooking racks, this is what you put in the bag. This stuff before you put your cooking racks in, and it is pretty potent, folks. It does strip the chrome off that quick. That isn't a gimmick. I haven't time lapsed this because we're live.
Nope.
That is how quick it does it.
Yeah, Oven Pride is the same stuff, but just not as good, obviously.
And then obviously I have a jar of water next to me that I do dunkage in. But look at that. That is.
It's just insanity.
That's off. That's like, chrome.
How fast is it? How fast is it for stripping paint, though? Is it just as fast or a bit?
No, it's the same. Yeah, we'll take the paint off, mate.
Wow.
So, yeah.
I like the little rattling noise. That's quite pleasing.
Yeah, that's me just going jingle, 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 jingle.
Jingle, jingle.
Yeah. And rather than me keep losing the bits that I've just dunked, I'm going to actually leave that one adhered to the tweezers.
Don't lose your bits. That's the important thing. Yeah. Don't lose your bits. Right, what else is going on? Everyone say hello to Tasha. Jeff says Simple Green is a US cleaner. I haven't used it myself, but friends here say it works great for plastic parts. I mean, years ago, I used to use .4 brake fluid. I know. But I absolutely shed loads of it at the workshop at the time. And I used to put all my chrome in that and kits that needed paint removing. And then, like I say, that whole thing made a term for it. Yeah. Some people still use brake fluid at home, but the downside of brake fluid is you're not allowed to pour it down the drain.
You can't dispose of it unless it's eco-friendly, which makes sense, let's be honest.
Kind of quite nasty stuff as well if you're just some chud. You're not familiar with it. So.
I used to get all of mine in a big 25-litre vat and take it to the local recycler.
Yeah, I mean, well, you knew what you were doing with it because you used to deal with it daily.
Yeah. All my hazardous stuff. You know, it was.
We heard some of your hazardous stuff on Wednesday.
I see what you did there.
You see what I did there?
And where you get the chunks of chrome at the bottom of your jar here, all I do is once a month I pour this pot through a sieve. And it gets all of that crud out of it, and then I just decant it back in the pot. This pot of Oven Bright, believe me, it's about 4 years old now. It's done a hell of a lot, but I just give it a good shake up just to re-agitate it, because it will separate in the little jar.
You can do the same with Dettol as well. You can filter out all the munge in Dettol and keep using it.
Yeah, keep recycling it. My Dettol lives in an old automotive parts washer with a pump built in.
Oh, yeah.
And I just put the parts in the Dettol, switch the pump on, and I just leave it recirculating. And then again, every couple of months that gets decanted out, cleaned, filtered. and then re-put back in. All right, the Dettol's not the colour of Dettol now. It's a bit grungy.
Don't matter what it looks like, though, does it?
It still does the job.
Yeah. People say to me sometimes, "Oh, Dettol smells horrible." It's like, no, it's the smell of 1970s childhood. Come on, don't be silly now. It takes me back to, like, little Timmy threw up in the school corridor and they had to clean it up, and somebody scabbed their knee and they watered some down and put it on their knee, and it's the smell of mum rubbing some on the cut when you fell off your bike.
Yeah, Jeff Light says, question, is oven cleaner better than household bleach? I used to use the Domestos gel bleach, but yeah, I don't use it now. So for me, I'm still using Oven Bright. So it's what works for you, Jeff, at the end of the day, mate.
Yeah, I think bleach is all right. It's just not as fast as the stuff he's just got there, which is done.
Tasha's agreeing. She says, in my opinion, it is. Yeah, I mean, I used to use the bleach, but the fact I don't use it now and I only use the Oven Bright speaks for itself, mate, doesn't it? But that's just my personal preference. I wouldn't want to impose my view on you, mate. It's your choice. Yeah.
I think bleach is just a milder product.
Yeah.
The oven cleaning stuff is like more hardcore because it's meant to just like take 20 years of crud out the wall of your oven.
Yeah, for me, it's speed, but also it seems to be consistent with the results.
Mm-hmm.
But different manufacturers' chrome is tougher than others. This is Revell chrome. It comes off really quickly, whereas Tamiya, you might want to soak it for a couple of hours, It depends.
Yep.
Depends on how new the kit is. At the end of the day, some of the older kits, the chrome literally does fall off.
Yep.
Tamiya's probably the ones that I let soak the longest because, I mean, that literally took seconds to get them results. So
we'll just saw. Yeah, Oven Pride's not anywhere near as fast as that. It normally takes about 2 or 3 hours from Pride, so I'll have to get some of your stuff instead.
Yeah. It's on the Amazon store. See what I did.
I see what you did there. I like that.
But yeah, obviously, if you pimp me over a link, Jeff, as to what the American equivalent is, I'll put that in the American store, mate. Because,
because I know that things like Purple Power and Simple Green, they're more like all-purpose degreasers. They're like liquids rather than gels. So I don't know what the American gel equivalent. I'm sure they must have similar products for like cleaning ovens.
I would have thought so, yeah.
Yeah. This is the fun bit. This is just mess making.
I would have thought there was an equivalent, but
yeah, it's basically a gel that would remove your skin if you touched it.
Yeah.
And trust me, don't ever get it on your carpet because it will burn a hole in your carpet. Quite literally, a hole in your carpet. I know this because I have a hole in my carpet.
Yeah. And it will find any cuts you've got very quickly as well. I'm just saying that as well.
Wear gloves. Yeah, wear gloves.
Wear gloves, he says to the person who's not wearing gloves. But I have been doing this long enough. Yeah. But hence why I use my tweezers. And I'm only handling it with my hands because it's been in the water. But when it's going in the jar, it's tweezers' job because, And then, like I say, when I'm done, the tweezers will go in the water as well, because why not? But as you can see, folks, it is pretty potent stuff. It does what it says on the tin.
You're pretty potent. Wait, that's not an insult. God damn it.
And I'll leave that to air dry now. That won't get painted until the rest of it. But I shall go over and key the surface as much as I can on these bits, just to give it a bit more of a chance. But literally, that just eats through it. It is quite surprising how quick it is. I did a video of this, and someone went, "Oh, did you time lapse that?" And it was like, no. Hence why I'm doing this live. It lets people see how quick it can be.
Yep.
Again, if you're not sure it's all off and it's got foam all over it, just give it a dunk in your water, and then go back in. He says, giving it a dunk. That's a slightly narrower neck there. Let's cut that down.
It's not like Dettol where if you get water on it, it becomes this unremovable gunk. It's actually quite handy for that. Whereas Dettol, you can't get water involved in it at all, otherwise you'll knacker everything up.
Oh yeah, it just goes into a goo. There you go.
Yep.
And then I can see then whether there's any residue chrome lurking around in a few places. If there is, give it another dip.
Residue. I like that word, residue.
Yeah, just a slight little bit in a couple of the little grills there. So I'll give that another 60 seconds. Jeff says, for stripping paint or chrome, I've only ever used bleach. Mate, use what works for you. I used to use the Domestos Blue gel bleach is what I used to use for years. And then I spied my missus's tray in the bag with this stuff, and I watched how quick it was getting rid of it. Yeah. You know what? I was like, what's that you use? She told me it ended in off. I couldn't have any. And I said, no, I only want the name of the product. I'll order my own. So to shut me up and get me out of her kitchen, she flicked me the box, and I went straight on, ordered the box, and I had some old chrome greebles. So I decanted a dose into these jars and just sat here with the chrome greebles, and I thought, this is going to go two ways. It's going to melt it or it's going to work a treat. And it was like, it was like what you've just seen. I was like, yeah, that's my go-to now. And I've not used bleach since.
Yeah. I use whatever you've got to hand. Some things will be more efficient than others, and some things won't work, and some things will. No right and wrong.
My missus was actually surprised when she saw what I was using this for. Because curiosity got the better of Helen, and she's like, what is he up to in that man cave with that big pot of oven bright? Because she thought I was using it to make up a mix to wash my hands with, or something stupid like that to get paint off, you know.
Yeah, make your mouth wash, love, you know what I mean? I
said, what do you use that for, mate? And I said, gets the chrome off me model kit parts. And I gave her a Stanley knife. I said, go on, try and scrape that off. And she went, yeah, that ain't annoying. I said, now watch this. And I showed her, and she went, oh, that's good, isn't it? I went, yeah. So that was it. She didn't ask that question. Why'd you take the chrome off a kit only to paint it chrome again? Pull up a chair, love. This is going to be a debate that takes many hours.
Let's have a conversation now.
Yeah.
Tell you a tale of a time.
Yeah, she was quite surprised, but she's very inquisitive, my missus, because I do have a lot of chemicals about.
Yeah.
And yeah, she always likes to make sure. There you go, and let that air dry. And that's all the little grills. Look at that.
Just put a link in for Simple Green on the Amazon US store for you.
Cheers, Jeff. I'll, what's his name? I'll click the link and I'll have that up ready, mate.
Get it up ready. Oh, wait.
I beg your pardon.
I beg your pardon, young lady.
Happy days, yeah. All right then, Jeff, I'll sort that out when we come off air, mate. I can do you a link now if you want one, Jeff. If you're after a link immediately. And then I'll add it to my website this evening. See whether that'll let me go in and do it.
Have a look at chat while you're doing that. Pimping the Friday Frolic on OnlyFans might give people the very wrong idea about this show. A couple of reasons, won't bore you with the details, says PJ. Dettol is a weird colour, says Crafting Bodgy Mama, but I love the smell of Dettol. I might be weird. No. Like I was saying before, if you're a child that grew up in the 1970s Britain, you'll love the smell of Dettol because it's all you ever smelled at school. Or if you fell over and grazed your knee and you got your mum to give it a scrub, she'd water down some Dettol on a bit of cloth and wipe your boo-boo for you.
For any of you in America, there is a link that will take you to my affiliate link on Amazon. Don't forget, any stuff that is bought via there, I do get a commission on Amazon purchase. You save a few quid, and I get a little kickback for using my link. So, just to make sure that disclaimer is out there, because
there's chrome and there's chrome was my answer to Maggie. Says Jeff. Crafting Budgie Mama says, I completed my first ever model not long ago on my own. It's not perfect, but proud of myself for giving it a go.
Absolutely. Cool. Good for you.
Good girl. Nice one. We all have to do our first at some point. We all start with our first build.
Exactly.
What was it? Tell us about it. Go on, tell us about it.
Yeah, tell us all about it.
Yeah. Excuse me.
Yeah, it's always fun thinking back to your first builds, in it, and just sit there and you think, oh, I wish I still had it just to compare. But
I've still got one of my early builds, but not my first build, sadly. Not my first. I know what the first proper painted build was. Not my first build ever, because that would have been. I spent 5 or 6 years just getting a model kit, building it, and playing with it like a toy. So they don't really count. But I've still got old Tamiya Willie's Jeep that I made in about 1985.
Oh, right, yeah.
Downstairs. Paint still on it, even though I just painted onto the plastic with a brush. Tamiya paints with a brush, no primer or anything, because I didn't know in those days.
Yeah, it's one of them, you know, it's the age-old question, and people go, well, why do you prime a red model and then paint it red? It's like, yeah.
Yeah, here are the many reasons.
Yeah.
We'll be like, you go and prime your truck black and then paint it yellow and come back to me when you understand why it was a bad idea. Okay.
Yeah, it's one of them, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, I didn't even know about primer in those days. And to be honest, I don't think most people would have actually used primer. If you read all the books of that era, how to paint models, nothing ever says primer. It says, get yourself a good brush, a pot of Humbrol enamel and a Spitfire kit, and there you go, you're making models now. Done. Shut up, go away. That was literally what the book said. Literally those exact words. Quit bothering me, kid, you're bugging me.
Yeah.
Quit bugging me, kid.
Let's just paste that in there so I know it's the right one. Happy days.
Quick look. Chat. Order placed. Thanks, Festa, says Jeff.
That's all right, mate. I'm just adding it to the website as well, mate, because, yeah.
Don't forget bench, beverage, belly and biscuits, is it?
Bench, belly, beverage and biscuits.
Yeah, what's on your bench, what's on your belly, what's your beverage of choice at the moment, and what biscuit are you currently in the process of eating on a daily basis? For me, bench is this and the Warboss 3 models. Belly tonight was Padman Pak Hoi or something like that. It was some Thai dish.
Oh, right, yeah.
With Japanese sticky rice. And my current favourite chicken ramen soup with a big floaty boiled egg in it, which is delicious. And beverage was a bottle of San Miguel alcohol-free beer, which is delicious.
Oh, nice one.
That's my current drink at the minute. I don't drink alcohol anymore, so
no.
I have that with my dinner. It's alcohol-free, so even Mama Wolf can drink it. It won't dehydrate her. I should have one of them with my dinner. And biscuit. I haven't eaten biscuits for a little while, but downstairs Mama Wolf eats like biscuits, like she inhales them like air.
Yeah.
So she's currently on chocolate hobnobs, chocolate digestives, and then because she's old, she likes rich tea biscuits for some dumb reason. I don't know why.
Oh, right, yeah.
So why would you like a biscuit that has no flavour and just... you may as well just eat cardboard. Rich tea biscuits. Come on, you've got chocolate hobnobs there, love. No, I want rich tea.
Oh, what you like?
Rich tea. Old people.
Let's copy that. Put that in there. I might as well do this now because, yeah.
Yeah, well.
At least I know it's done.
Let's have a look. It's a starter kit from Lidl last year. It's Provinci Jet Red. Sorry, can't spell. Said Budgie Mama. Province Jet Red. Okay, and she says bench blocking, building of magic school, food, ready brek. Oh, yeah. Drink, always coffee. I've not had ready brek since I was a kid. Oh, ready brek was so nice. Oh, ready brek. Because there was two. There was ready brek and there was the other stuff that was rubbish and didn't taste of anything. I think it was just porridge. Dad used to be like, do you want ready brek or do you want porridge oats? And I'm like, Don't even come near me about porridge oats, bitch. Just give me a ready break. Ready break, come on.
Right,
I never got the glow, though.
It's live on the website now, Jeff.
Cool.
So if you need it again in the future, mate, feel free. You can say, I look after folks.
Hello. Yeah, but well done crafting, Budgie if you're in Festa's workshop group in Facebook, post some pictures up. Show off your work.
Absolutely.
Feel free. You don't have to, but it's nice if you do. You can show people what you're doing. We all started with the first kit.
Yeah, good point, Jeff. He says, my dad taught me how important primer is and how to use it. He used to work in a paint shop at a local factory, exactly. And that's the key, mate. Keying the surface ready for the primer to bond to. That's the biggest part of your preparation, mate.
You know, priming a model is very much like making love to a beautiful woman.
Yeah, it is the bit that most people forget. You know, and it's like, yeah, it's the most important part.
It's the kind of thing that if you don't work in an industry where you have to do priming and painting, like if you work in a body shop or something, obviously you know all about it. But
yes,
you just like, you know, you work in an office by day, you decide to start making models as a hobby. You're not going to know unless you literally watch videos that tell you or read books that tell you. You wouldn't necessarily know. And like I say, in the 80s, I didn't know because my books just said get Humbrol paint, and I was using Tamiya paints. I was some weirdo that used Tamiya paints.
Exactly.
None of my British 1980s painting books mentioned Tamiya paints. So you can bet they didn't mention.
There you go. Lee's in the chat saying hello to the host and the panel. Good evening, Lee. Good morning. Early doors and all of that lot. Hope you're keeping well, mate. Love to you and Jackie. Hope you're both keeping well. Yeah. There you go.
One of the books I've got talks about airbrushing.
Oh, right, yeah.
And it pretty much says basically, don't worry about airbrushing. Just get yourself some good brushes and some enamel painting.
Yeah.
It's a professional thing. Don't worry your pretty little head about it. It's like, really? And this was a how to paint models book.
Yeah. PJ's Belly and Bench was Domino's pizza with onion and chorizo and jalapenos. Bench, scratch building and observation gantry for his 32nd Mitsubishi Zero Type 21. Beverage, lemon squash, biscuit, mint club. Oh.
Ooh. I wish they'd bring United biscuits back.
Yes.
I miss
Isn't
United
there another
biscuits.
chocolate that's gone this recent period?
We lost Caramac, and we were also about to lose...
Is it Breakaway?
Breakaways, yeah. And I'm not surprised, because Breakaways are kind of minging.
I've not had one since I was at school, mate, so I can't really remember.
Well, there was always the one kid that had a Breakaway in the lunch pack, and you were like,
Yeah.
We all had United biscuits or Penguins. I've got a Breakaway. Go away, kid.
Yeah.
He's bothering me.
Used to be the staple diet of every school kid, didn't it? Them sort of chocolate bars.
Yeah, a packet of crisps, an apple, a chocolate bar, and then a salmon pate or a beef paste sandwich. Oh,
yeah.
Beef paste.
Yeah, that used to be when people used to come and try and do the sandwich swap, didn't they?
Yeah.
And, you know, what you got. I've got, I don't know, bloody beef with mustard. I don't know, whatever it was.
It was always like beef paste.
You want to swap that for a beef paste sandwich, you'd be like, what planet are you on?
No.
Yeah.
And then there was always the one kid who got exotic and somehow managed to get the Ship'em spread for the sandwich, but it was the pizza spread. Do you remember that?
Yeah, the rare one. Yeah.
Yeah, you used to get like beef spread, salmon spread, chicken spread, and then like pizza. It's like, whoa, pizza, what?
Yeah.
I don't know which was worse as a kid though, Ship'em's chicken pate or the beef pate.
Oh, there's a close call, that, isn't it?
Yeah, because it was not pate, they're just pastes.
Yeah, they was like, pretty much all they was good for were filling holes where you would remove the rule plug from a wall.
Yeah. I mean, the funny thing is that anybody not in the UK won't have a clue what we're talking about. But
I'm trying to think what an American equivalent would be of it, to be honest with you.
I don't think there is one, really.
No, I don't. It's basically like a flavoured butter, in it, is the best way of describing it, with a slight texture to it. But the flavours bear no resemblance to the description on the label. Yeah,
it's like a little pot about that big, and it's got this... It looks like pate. It's a bit like a pate, I suppose, but it's cheap. So it was never called a pate. It was called a paste.
Yeah.
And there was like beef or chicken, but they just tasted like sawdust. They were... Ugh.
Oh, they was the ultimate in bish, weren't they? Let's be honest.
It was what you got in the 1970s. As James May would say, you got your council issue sliced white bread. Council issue sliced white bread. Your Lurpak butter.
Yeah.
Which I don't think we actually ever had. And then you get your beef paste. Sometimes you'd even get somebody would have you could get a beef and tomato paste, but it just tasted just like the same as beef.
Oh yeah, that was another one that bore very little resemblance to what you actually got.
It wasn't that bad though. I never really minded when I had the beef and tomato, but the beef was just like
Yeah.
And then you always had the kid who had the beef paste with a slice of actual tomato. You'd be like, oh, wow, your parents are brilliant. Can I be adopted? Thanks.
Yeah, we want to come and live at your house because you've got real ingredients in yours and we haven't.
It's like, Mum, can I stay over at his house? Why? Because his mum and dad have got beef and tomato paste.
Jeff says you can still get breakaways. Yeah, they are coming to an end, mate. As soon as they're
stopping them.
As soon as they're sold through, mate, they'll be gone.
Yeah, stopping them this year. Because they just don't sell enough of them anymore, I think.
Yeah, they're not making them anymore, so, yeah.
Yep. That's the thing. It's unreasonable to expect a business to produce something if they're not selling them. So.
Yeah.
No matter how loved they are by old people like us, if they're not selling them, there's no point making them.
No.
That's not how business works.
As much to our frustration as it is, but if we're the only blokes buying them,
yeah. The only reason all those middle-aged people like us get upset is because it makes us realise we're just damn old.
Yeah, very old.
Because you go, I remember that. Oh.
Yeah. I want all of those. Yeah.
Yeah.
And we're at that age where it always seems to be the stuff that we enjoy is the stuff that they're stopping making.
Yeah. It's like I would love for them to bring Pacers back, but that's never going to happen.
I didn't actually realise they had gone, mate.
Yeah, they were in the 90s, them thing, or 80s.
Yeah.
Because they were basically like fruit. What are the sunbursts? What did sunbursts used to be called?
Opal fruits.
Opal fruits, but they were like white and green stripes, and they were like spearmint flavour. Great.
Yeah.
And it took me many years before I remember what they were actually called.
Yeah. Because they was made to make your mouth water. So it did.
Mm-hmm. Or were they like Chewits?
Yeah, that was another one. Yeah. Chewits still available.
I
remember Spangles. Do you remember them?
I remember, because they had the goodies font. They had the goodies font for them, Spangles. Remember them?
Yeah, I remember them, Spangles, yeah.
I remember finding a pack of them in a cupboard once. They were about 40 years out of date.
Did you eat one? You know you did, didn't you? Yeah, absolutely.
Of course I did. I found, when I was about 8 years old, I found half a Mars bar under my mum and dad's bed once, and I ate that.
Yeah.
It just tasted like dirt. It had literally been half eaten and put under the bed for some reason. I don't know why.
Yeah.
One of my brothers might have tactically left it there, and it was like, it tasted like dust and death.
I had an old Freddo the Frog chocolate that I ate once, tasted like a carpet tile. It was like,
I think Freddo bars are still going, I think.
Well, I shouldn't have ate that, really. It was a bit... But...
I think the advantage we had in Europe, though, or at least in the UK, is that even our cheapest chocolate bars, because we use dairy milk chocolate here in the UK, even our cheapest chocolate bars tasted delightful. Whereas like in the US and other countries where it's just like terrible tasting chocolate. But even our cheap nonsense tasted good.
Yeah, we do tend to leave a lot of the, I wouldn't say the bad stuff, but, you know, the tastier stuff in the ingredient, don't we? And, yeah. Did that change under the EU? I don't think it did it? We was quite resilient, weren't we? But
yeah. Remember, our brother came back from the US one. He's lived in the US for like 40 years, and he came over one year and bought a whole mess of like US sweets. He bought like Twinkies and Reese's Pieces and loads of chocolate bars and like.
When we used to go to France, I used to always stop in at Carrefour's to buy a big case of the Milka white chocolate.
Oh yeah,
because I'm absolutely hooked on that. And yeah, that was the staple purchase.
We used to do that, but we used to go to the Super U.
Yeah, I don't know whether that big Carrefour's is still there in Calais, but
probably is.
But yeah, we used to go in there, and I used to buy boxes upon boxes of that stuff because you couldn't get it over here at the time. She didn't have Aldi's and Lidl's, but I think Aldi's and Lidl's sell it now, and
probably. Yeah, well, this American chocolate my brother bought, and I didn't like any of it.
Yeah,
I did not like any. I was like, this isn't. It was like there was Hershey's, there was because this was before you could get it in the UK. This was like the 80s. Hershey's and the Reese's Pieces were alright, but the chocolate was still a bit weird.
Yeah.
Oreos, didn't like them. I really liked Twinkies though.
Yeah.
I really enjoyed the Twinkies. I was like, oh, they were great.
Jeff says in the chat, we used to see little generically branded cans at the grocery store that were labelled potted meat food product. That sounds very familiar. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what they were, potted meats.
Yeah, it sounds very similar to that, but they were spreadable, Jeff. Well, allegedly, but yeah.
they could be applied to a surface. Let's go as far as we can take that one.
Any brick mortar surface they would stick to quite happily.
Yeah, and I think having the phrase "food product" is a good descriptive. That tells you exactly everything you need to know.
Yeah.
If they have to specify it's a food product, you know you're on.
Yeah, the description loosely covers pretty much all legalities there, doesn't it?
New Shipham's mildly edible food product. Warning, may cause ingestion.
Yeah,
indigestion, no ingestion.
Yeah. I mean, I still think the ingredients for all these grab adhesives do contain some form of that spread in them.
Oh, yeah. Warning, may contain actual nutrients.
There you go. That is looking like that is all the chrome successfully stripped. Get in, my son.
Dechromulated, yes.
There you go. Right. Got to stand up anyway, so.
Stand up, you swine.
Okay, so let's do that. I can then put my oven bright away nice and safe because this will mean in a few days I'll be saying to everyone, where did I put my oven bright?
Where did I put my oven bright? There's a Two Stupid Dogs cartoon episode where the little dachshund is looking for his bone. You go, where's my bone? Where's my bone? It's on his head.
I've done that before, back in the days when I didn't wear my glasses all the time. I used to always flip them up on my forehead, and I was looking for them one day and made that stupid decision to look at H and go, you ain't seen my glasses, have you, love?
Funnily enough, Mama Wolf did exactly that the other day. She's like, sat down with her iPad, and she's like, I said, what have you lost? She went, I said, don't tell me you've lost your glasses. She went, yeah. I said, you're actually wearing them? She went, oh yeah. She didn't have, she was literally wearing her glasses.
That's
like literally on her face. And she didn't wear her glasses. I'm like, I can't believe you just done that. She went, I'm special. I said, you certainly are, love.
Oh, yes.
Talking of which, I better go make her a brew.
We do all the stupid things.
Oh, stupid. Like knocking the camera every 5 seconds. That's my speciality.
Yeah, 2 secs. I'll come and sit back down then now that
you can. I'll wait for you, don't I?
No, it's all right, mate. I'll work my way back.
Well, you keep standing.
Yeah, I know, but I'm too far away from the microphone, mate. And, you forget I'm not a short arse like you. So
I'm only little.
There you go. Go on. You go and sort Mum out. I'm back now.
Okay.
There you go.
Right. Back in a sec.
Right. Jeff saying, yeah, thanks, guys. We didn't know that. Yeah, it's one of them, mate. It's... Don't forget, folks, if there are things you'd like me to add to the Amazon store, just send me a message. A lot of you have me on Facebook Messenger, but there are links on my website, a contact form. All you've got to do is just click on that, type in what it is you want me to add to the store, and I'll sit and add it for you. Because like I say, it's all a little earner for me. Gives me a little bit of commission, but also it gets you your stuff as well. And it's just sharing the love, isn't it? Why not? Yeah, that's all of those cleaned off now. I'm happier now because I wasn't feeling the kit chrome. I was tempted to leave a couple of bits of it just to save time, really. But be honest with you, it's bish, isn't it? It's kit chrome. What more can I say? Right, let's have a look at these tyres just to see how they are. And I'm keeping the kit wheels on this. Normally I do my own nuke wheels on a lot of my builds. But when I'm sent something as a gift, I tend to do it as a straight out of box build, just out of respect, because if someone's been good enough to send me a gift, the least I want to do, or the last thing I want to do, is get the saw out and do any mods on it and things like that, because I kind of think it might come over as not respecting the person's choice of the gift they bought me. Does that make sense? So I tend to stick to out-of-box experience on a lot of the gift stuff, purely because I just think it's the right thing to do. Right, now I stripped the wheels low. So I just want to see whether or not I need to do any trimming on these tyres, because they got that funny little shape in them. See it? And I don't know whether that's a miscut on the mould or whether or not I can get away with lying in the actual rims and seeing whether they cure it, squish it to one side. But it doesn't look like they will. So I will trim them out just to be on the safe side, folks. So again, it's like the wheel colour. Part of me was leaning towards the flat black with the exposed aluminium. So I think I'll stick with a flat black, but I'll have it with the dual aluminium as the exposed surface, just to give it a slightly industrial look about it. Bearing in mind, this could all change before the next show, because you know what I'm like, I do change things. That's actually got it cut out as well, so this could only go well. This could end badly with me, with knives and rubber. But yeah. We'll see. Might actually do that with me cutters. What else is going on in the chat? Not a lot. Don't forget, if there's any questions, feel free to ask us. Ask us anything. Fox, when he comes back, I'll answer them all. So, yeah.
I'm back.
Yeah. I know, I was just ignoring you, mate.
Okay.
How is she? All right, mate?
Yeah, she's fine. She's all slumped on the sofa. Lazy.
Oh, she's having a veg, is she?
All the cushions have gone... She's like horizontal, watching crappy drama videos on her iPad.
Good girl. She's happy.
Yeah.
She's happy in her own little world, mate.
Oh, yeah. She was grumpy when she got up because she got settled downstairs and said, right, you're going to have to watch telly for a couple of hours. Why? Because your iPad hasn't fully charged yet, because you didn't go to bed till late last night. You haven't given me time to charge it.
Oh.
Because normally she goes to bed and I'm up for another couple of hours, so I charge her iPad for her.
Yeah.
But she went to bed when I went to bed. It was like, yeah. So it's not. She went, oh. So it's your own fault.
Oh, did you not just leave it on charge overnight?
No, I don't like leaving stuff plugged in overnight. Not things like with chargers and stuff. I don't trust them.
Really? Why?
Yeah, because there's too many stories of chargers
yeah,
bursting
they're
into flames.
Cheap illegal ones, mate.
Yeah, I know. I still don't trust them.
Oh, yeah, you're one of the minority then, mate.
I'd rather just charge it when I'm there and I can panic if it explodes.
God, you're terrible.
I am.
Yeah.
But I've never exploded, to my credit.
Yeah, I know. You wouldn't be any useful you having an iWatch then that you charge at your bedside cabinet, would it?
No. That wouldn't want an iWatch anyway, but no.
Yeah, you're that person that the BBC announcer used to say, don't forget to switch off the TV, and if you want to be doubly safe, unplug it from the wall.
not quite that bad. I've never liked stuff like on chargers when I'm not around.
Yeah, again, it's like, you know, if it's a reputable thing, then yeah, but
partially it comes from also having like 300-year-old wiring in the house, which isn't also awesome. natural fear of things exploding, given that. So it's like, yeah, right, more rust.
God. Oh, you make me die.
I understand my world. And
yeah, it's a strange little world that you live in, but hey, you know.
Yeah, it does what I need.
Yeah. See, I was lucky. I got the house rewired when we moved down here. Because, again, it had the old Bakelite switches on the walls and all of that with the old twin core wiring that was frayed to within a millimetre of its life.
Yep.
The old meter cupboard was the fuses that you screwed in each end with a bit of wire that you wound around the bolt head that was exposed. And we just got the lot ripped out and just brought it all back up to the code of the day. And that's all we've done as time's gone on.
Yep.
When I did the man cave, you know, this runs on its own separate power supply that is separate from the house. So if this had a problem, I can go to the main fuse box, switch off the power going to this fuse box in here to work in here and do whatever. So it's got its own independent main or ring main on it as well. So,
yeah, unfortunately,
you
never had that done when we had the house done. So back in that day. Stuck with oldie worldy wiring.
Ye oldie. Yeah, but
it doesn't help that I know nothing about such things.
Yeah, the thought of you being let loose with household electrics sends a shudder down my spine, to be honest with you.
Oh, I wouldn't do it myself. I'm not that much of an idiot. I mean, I'm an idiot, but...
Yeah, that does... Yeah,
That's something you never, ever want to happen.
Yeah, I mean, I was pretty lucky because way back when I used to do the site work for the audit, I kept in touch with a lot of the chippies and people like that, the Sparks. So, yeah, I did all the wiring in it, took it to the fuse box, let them do the connection because that's the law. And, yeah.
That's something that we wouldn't have been able to afford.
Yeah, and I just got him to do a test on all the ring main just to make sure that he was happy that everything was safe, and he was like, yeah, it's all good.
He's there going, you are not going to explode. Excellent.
Yeah, pretty much. You know, he said, yeah, it's all good, mate. I said, no worries. I said, happy days. And it's done in such a way that when we sell the house, if I needed to drop all of the plug sockets off the wall if the new owner didn't want this used as this room, I can literally just knock everything back to the fuse box and remove everything quite happily. So, yeah, this makes it easier. But
yeah,
I'm sure if it's a young couple, the bloke's got a hobby, he'll be going, yeah, man cave.
Yeah, I think most people, if they had a room with like 1 billion plug sockets, would be like, yeah, we'll keep those because you never know.
Well, it's an ideal utility room because that's what H used to use it for. Washing machines, fridges, freezers, tumble dryers, you know, all of that sort of stuff. So it has got that use. So depends.
That's what they want, but yeah, I mean, if I was moving into a house, I'd be like, you know, keep all the plugs.
Yeah, I will set up because, you know, it's too risky me living in a house now, so...
Yeah.
A single level apartment will probably be what we end up with. I don't even know whether it'll be in England yet. We might make the whole move and just go up to Scotland and be done with it.
Yeah.
We haven't decided yet.
A little wee bit to Scotland.
Yeah, it's one of them. The missus is doing the trip up to Findorn next year, so she's going to make a few stop-offs on the way.
Brace yourselves, our Scottish friends.
Yeah, so if she wants to go back home, I've always said I go where she goes. She's not getting rid of me that easily.
No, it's not like you've got any real particular attachment to where you are, is it? So
no, I've got no roots at all, mate. Yeah. You know me, mate.
You'd be like, I don't really care where you go as long as you're with your family.
As long as I'm with my family, mate, I don't give a monkey's. Yeah, Helen's always thought I'd want to go back to London, and it's like,
no.
No.
No. I'm doing all this off camera, aren't I? I've just realised. I'm just sitting there doing all my dry brushing.
We've got loads of spare bags, so I'll keep all my bags because you never know when you're building whether you want to keep kits in the box on bits that you've done as sub-assemblies. I tend to keep in the little bags until I'm ready to put them on the frame.
That's what I do.
So I have turned into a little bag holder, but...
Yes. Dealer or model maker, you decide.
Yeah. Yeah, get your bags here, folks, £3 per pound. I've got big bags, small bags, medium bags, any bags, tape bags. Yeah.
Arrested on suspicion of being a dealer. No, I just make models. Oh, right, okay.
Yeah. Yeah. So, would you like to explain this rather large collection of polythene bags in various styles? Ah, right. Yeah.
Funny you should mention that.
Tax, no V8. Yeah.
Right, that bit done. Ooh.
So we should now have that glued into place. Happy days, have you some of that?
3 for a pound.
Jeff says, I only use quality cables and chargers. I wouldn't trust cheap ones. Yeah, a lot of people will say to me, why have you just paid that for an Apple charger when you can get this one for £2? Yeah.
Then the house burns down. I just don't trust any electrics. I'm just one of those people that just doesn't trust anything electrical not to explode and kill
but
me.
you're in the Stone Age, mate.
No, I'm an eternal pessimist. It's not that I don't trust electrics. It's I don't trust my own destiny to not be rubbish. So I know what mine looks like.
Yeah.
It's not a question of the quality. It's a question of I know my look. And if I buy something and there's a way for it to go wrong, it will go wrong. Whenever I used to buy anything electronic, like I buy like a PC or a keyboard or something, I always knew that I'd have to go back to the store to replace it. Like within 24 hours. Yeah, always the way. Every time I go out and buy a little surround system, got it home, it broke. Got myself a keyboard, brought it home, it broke. It's like every time. I used to always
be the guy that had the dead on arrival PC. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah. No, so I know what mine looks like.
So they work and they stay up on their own accord. Happy days.
If Apple chargers are the most reliable in the world, you can guarantee I'd still buy the one that was least reliable.
Yeah, but like I said, you can break a shatterproof ruler, mate.
Yep. I have that ability. I have the ineptitude.
Oh, he does, folks. Believe you me. He does.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I thought, snap fit kits would be good for me. No, I still posed a lot of challenges.
Yeah, it's one of those. I mean, I'm lucky with this cave because, I leave stuff on, and if there is a problem, everything's on RCDs in here, so it's all surge protection and all of that lot. So, yeah. They've only ever tripped twice, and that was when we had the big storms recently where you had a lot of substations hit and things like that.
Yeah.
So the power locally did surge a few times and they all just tripped and everything just went and it protected itself. So I was quite impressed with that because it does exactly what I designed it to do. So,
But you had to download that porn all over again.
I don't have porn, mate. You've said this many times and many times I've said to you, it's not my bag, mate.
I know, it's just a joke.
I know, dear. So was that, but, Yeah. Absolutely. But, it designed, it done what it said on the tin, so I'm happy.
Yeah.
So, yeah. If I hadn't have been in and rewired my 3D printer myself and changed all the motherboards and that, there's no way I would leave that to do a 2-day print. But I'll quite happily go to bed and leave it running. Don't worry me, because it's doing everything it needs to, so...
Yeah. And here's me, I don't even understand how to wire a plug. I'm like, I have no idea. Which one goes where? I don't know.
It tells you on that little label that comes with every plug, mate, that bit of paper underneath.
I've survived this long in my life without knowing these things. I think I'll be all right.
Oh, God. I don't know how you function, mate. I really don't. Not
Very well, thank you.
Not in this world. Because, yeah.
It just means that everything in my world is an amazing thing.
Everything in your world is pre-1934.
Well, in this house specifically, yeah, you're not wrong. 1937 to be exact, 38. We've still got in our living room, get this right, in our living room, the switch for the big light is the original, and I mean literally original, Bakelite switch.
Yeah, we had them.
The big light.
Is that the round one on the little bit of wood?
No, it's a black square one.
Yeah.
But with a round thing and then a switch, toggle switch.
Yeah, the one that goes like Frankenstein's switch, yeah.
Yep.
You still get the little spark when you switch it on and off.
No, but it wobbles when it wobbles a bit. But no, it's like the original Bakelite light switch.
Wow.
And although we've had central heating since the mid-1980s, we've still got the original 1930s immersion heater switch on the wall. Doesn't do anything, obviously, now.
Yeah, we still have an immersion in the tank. But,
and then we just got the switch on the wall doing nothing.
Yeah. It's how you get by with one radiator. That always amazes me.
Well, two, but one's not working at the minute.
Yeah.
But I think it was what Dad could afford at the time, and that's what we've had to suffer with ever since.
Yeah.
So,
especially with Mum, because obviously, I'm surprised that they've never given you a grant to upgrade, to be quite honest with you, because she's a vulnerable lady at the end of the day.
Yeah. Well, I've said to her before, let's get something. She's like, no, not having them coming in, ripping up the radiators. No, she won't entertain it.
Dear.
She wants nothing doing. So it's mostly her. Nope, don't want that. It's not so bad. It's not that cold in the winter that we're actually struggling. If both radiators were on, it wouldn't be that cold. She might have to have the little, oil radiator in the living room on for a couple of hours or a few hours just to add a bit of extra warmth if it was really cold. But with one of the radiator downstairs not working at the minute, that's extra.
It's a housing renovator's dream home because they could rip everything out to the brickwork and start again. Yeah,
and if I had the money, I'd get them to do it. Trust me. I'd love to have modern wiring in this house and all that kind of stuff. Probably never going to happen, but there you go. It's too late now.
It's never too late, mate. You're only a young fella.
Yeah, it's too late, as in I'm never going to have that kind of money to actually have it done.
Yeah.
We had the house done up in the 80s when Dad retired.
Yeah.
Got a big, nice payout, but that was the last time he had a big chunk of money to spend, so...
Yeah, I was pretty lucky because I had my little fund that financed all of that in the early 90s, just before the kids were born. And it's like, well, we're going to have kids. This place literally was a shell when we took it on because it was a runaway, basically, that had this. Yeah. And they had gutted the place and disappeared owing whatever they owed. So it was a bought as seen semi-shell, best way of describing it.
Yeah.
So we knew what we was taking on, and I had a stash fund left over from my previous jobs, should we say. And I invested all of that lot into getting this house up to code and all of that. So, yeah, it was a sizable sum, don't get me wrong. Probably as steep as what we paid for the house, but
it's worth it.
It bought it from the Stone Age, so yeah. And for its time, it was the only house around here that was up to the code. And then as codes have changed, when I've had tradespeople in, like when we did the conservatory, they're like, oh, the code's changed now. We have to do this and do that. I said, well, can you do me a favour and go round and do a test on all the electrics and have a looky-loo, and anything that you feel needs to come back to code, just let me know. Just tell me so I've got an idea. Yep. So there was a few little bits on the list that they said, oh, that's changed now. It would have to be done this way, or perhaps you might want to consider adding the RCDs to that room. And I said, fine, give us a quote. Got a quote. Yep, go on.
Yep.
Bring it up the code. Because I know that'll be the last time I can do it. So
yeah. Exactly.
But they was happy with what I had done in here. They said, it does what it says on the tin. But just for your own benefit, bung this in there as well, because it'll save you a bit of heartache. And I'm like, happy days. It's like the conservatory, what's going on out there, you know, it all adds to the value, the resale value anyway. So,
oh, God, yeah. Oh, yeah.
But, you know, that's got RCD surge protected electrics out there, because obviously it's the back of the house. It's outside of the original ring main, so it's got its own just in case.
Yep. I don't know what any of those words mean, but they sound good.
But yeah, and it's all done, it's all dusted, and I trust every single socket in this house because none of it is older than 5 years.
Yep.
So, yeah, it's like whenever I decorated a room, I run HD network cables, Cat5 cables, phone lines, everything hardwired, even though we're in a Wi-Fi age now. You can still go in and hardwire computers and anything like that in every single room.
There's never a reason to not hardwire everything because Wi-Fi is...
Each wall's got like a big double socket on the wall that's got, like you say, the network ports. It's even got the screw-in ports for the fibre optic TiVo boxes.
Nice.
My network, I've got a miniature comms room that's bolted on the wall in the spare cupboard under the stairs. And in there, you've got like your switch that each room feeds into with its networking. It's proper,
Nice.
You know, and the main media server lives in there and all of that. So,
yeah, I think if somebody buys that house, there's no way they're going to want to change any of that. They'll be like, "Yep, I'll have all of that. Thank you very much."
It paid being in IT for a period of time because I had my big black boxes full of Cat5 cable and loads of sockets and stuff like that. So I was able just to add it all to the network as I'd done it. So.
Yeah, most of us walk out of a job with like a load of stationery from the stationery room. We came out with loads of Cat5 cables. And stuff.
Oh yeah, they knew about it. You know, and I said to them, well, you know, can I get that trade prices? And I was like, nah, it's all right, it's yours. You have it.
Just take them, mate. You know?
Just take them, mate. Help yourself. I said, well, I want to do the house and network the whole lot, right? And they came in. There was a trolley. It had all the sockets, all the different. Do you remember VGA cables for monitors? It even had them on the wall where you could just screw the socket into the wall and it all went to the central. Yeah.
Nothing wrong with VGA.
And that's what I did. So anyone that buys this house, every single room, you can bung in IT equipment. And
it's kind of future-proof for a long time, basically.
You can have it Wi-Fi, you can do whatever. It's like downstairs is where the hub is, but upstairs got the extenders up there that boosts the signal. So it's just a personal thing. I'm a bit of a nerd when it comes to stuff like that, I'm afraid. But
basically, if I win the lottery, I need to buy that house, is what you're saying.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Can always be a lodger, mate.
Oh, yeah?
There's a thought. Oh, my God, there's a fault. Me and Fox in the same house together. What possibly could go wrong?
Yeah, I don't think you'd be wanting that to happen, would you really?
Set Lexi's room up as a live streaming studio. Oh, my God.
Oh, yeah. With a
live
gaming
stream
table.
studio and an Xbox room. Oh.
Yeah, and a gaming table.
Yeah.
Me and you. Warhammer.
Fox is now sitting there going, when I move in, dude?
Yeah, sort it out. Give me the postcode and the directions on the sat-nav and I'll be there.
Yeah.
Colin's like, oh, crap. No.
Imagine the face palm H would have.
Oh, dear. Yeah.
No, but like I said to you before, if anything went wrong, you wouldn't be homeless, put it out.
No.
And I've always said that to you, you know, because that's always been your biggest fear, isn't it? That, something might.
And they're not screwed.
So it's just how I am. It's like, no, that wouldn't happen. You got a little bit mushy, didn't you, when I said that?
Yeah, I did.
It was in an off-air hangout, you know, and he was like, I worried that, not going into too much detail, but he was a little bit concerned about the future. And I said, do you think I'm going to see me mate homeless? You'd end up down here, geez. So, you'd have a roof over your head. So.
No.
Fret not.
I fret not now. Yes, I was quite emotional when he told me that.
It's just how it is, isn't it? You know, it's like, yeah. And H is aware because I have told her.
Oh, yeah. What he's not actually saying there is his purely reasoning is it's because he's got like a cellar full of brown beef and tomato pot noodles that he bought by accident.
Yeah.
He'd be like, I want to convert him. I want to turn him.
Yeah. But no, it's something I spoke to about H, and she's like, yeah, I can't see why not. So,
I'll do the washing up. I'm good at doing washing
off
up.
dishwasher, mate.
Excellent. No work for me then. Brilliant.
You would
Even better.
be totally and utterly bored, mate. But you could be my white button presser.
I do. Yeah, you get me to press all the buttons.
Yeah, because I would then have the excuse, no, it wouldn't be, love. Fox was out there playing with the buttons.
Yeah, but you know what, though? It'd be like, Fox can do the actual washing while I'm out.
Yeah.
Because Fox understands about doing things like washing a button.
Yeah.
And I'd be like, yeah, go on then.
Yeah, she'd be going, yeah, keep an eye on him. I'd be like, oh, no, the last thing I need is him grassing me up to H every 5 minutes.
I'm pretty sure H is smart enough that she would never ask me to keep an eye on you. That's just like putting the fox in the hen house, if you pardon that pun. The rather obvious pun, but yes.
Oh, yeah, them gold wing doors are a really great fit.
Hello, Revell.
Yeah, they really are. It's like, yeah, show me on the dolly where the gold wing doors don't fit.
Is that doors in inverted commas, in air quotes?
Yeah, there's they're slightly hinge bound is the word I'm looking for.
So displayed with the doors open, as always.
Yeah, but one door will be open.
You'll fix it.
Yeah, it's just a little bit of dressing up. Nothing you wouldn't expect.
It will not win. It will not win.
Nothing you wouldn't expect with a Revell. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So diplomatic.
Yeah, let's get in there. That's just on the A post that it's fouling. A little bit of judacious reshapage might be inquiring.
Reshapage.
Oh, yeah. I reckon I can chamfer.
Ooh, I like that word.
Yeah, chamfer. That bit.
There's a word that definitely doesn't start with ch.
Yeah. Oh, don't. H was having a wibble. H had a brilliant wibble.
Go on, tell me all the words.
We was watching Kindig Customs. This is a guy called Dave Kindig.
Oh, yeah.
Losing the name. And he's down in Utah. And he does a lot of real high-end custom vehicles. Well, Kevin Shield, who he works with, obviously is chassis, yeah?
Oh, chassis.
Yeah, chassis. And after about 20 minutes of hearing him saying that, she let rip with one of the best wibbles I've heard her do in a long time. It was a chassis wibble.
Good.
Oh,
I knew she was my spirit animal.
Yeah.
It drives me nuts. And I'm not going to say who it is, but Colin knows who it is that I'm referring to that says chassis.
Yeah.
Somebody that says chassis and they're not American.
No.
There's no reason to say chassis, and it drives me nuts.
Yeah, we have been known, haven't we, to have a bit of a...
Yeah. I will not say who it is, but...
Most people would know, I would have thought, but yeah.
No, I don't know.
But for diplomacy reasons, yeah.
Yes, for actually being, a tactful, diplomatic person.
For a change.
Nuts. It's like, it's a French word. You're not American. It's a French word. Chassis. There you go.
Yeah. It's something that really grates your goat, though, isn't it? And you wouldn't think it would, but it does.
I know it's silly, but it's like there's no reason for this person to say it like that. I've never known anyone else in the UK ever say chassis.
No.
It's like, I know the Americans sometimes say it because Americans have unique pronunciations for many French words, but it's like, in the UK, no, you're British, just say chassis.
Yeah.
We know how to pronounce French words.
We all do it in a restaurant, don't we? What would you like to have? A croissant. We all do that that fake French accent, don't we? And it's like, you hear yourself do it, and you think, why did I just do that?
Yeah, that is actually the one word that anybody in the UK doesn't know how to pronounce, or nobody in the UK feels confident pronouncing croissant, because nobody quite knows how to pronounce it in the UK. Yeah. It's the one French word that really trips us up.
I'm the last person in the world that should talk about pronunciation anyway. Because, I'm well known for my mispronunciation.
You and your adding extra letters to words.
Yeah. Yeah, but I do it because I know it really grates you.
You do it because you love me.
Yeah.
You do it because it's like an enrichment activity for me, isn't it? Really?
Yeah. It's like, yeah. Okay, so we are fouling. It's only a little bit. Oh, it's only a little bit.
I say that to Mama Wolf when I needed to do something, and she's like, "Can't you just do it?" I'm like, "No, do it yourself."
Yeah.
And she's like, "Why?" I said, "Consider it an enrichment activity.
Yeah.
You can get your own biscuits out the biscuit barrel, you lazy cow bag."
Yeah, you'll feel better for it.
Yeah, it's like, do you want anything? A couple of biscuits. Well, you know where they are. Get them yourself.
Yeah, if you don't use it, you'll lose it. Yeah. She's a legend.
Oh, yeah. She's a cow bag. But she's my cow bag.
So the back fits, the front now fits. Yeah, with a little bit of weight. I reckon that'll be
a little bit of weight.
I want to warm it up because it will lose its shape against the A-post. I don't want to do that. Chamfer that edge all the way down, just to make sure.
Chamfer.
This is all fettling that PJ will know all about, because he probably does exactly this on all these builds, goes around all the door shuts and that, because
the funny thing is, right?
Fit.
The funny thing is, right, it's like the universe is like hanging doors on any car is always really tricky. And Revell's like, hold my beer.
Yeah.
Let me make that even more complicated and annoying.
Yeah, but like I say, you know, the bulk of it is going to get displayed with the door up on that side, because obviously that's the driver's door.
Yeah, the driver's door.
Yeah, it's one of them. You know, if it really bugs me, I'll end up just gluing this door shut. But
here, glue it shut.
I think it'll be all right.
Yeah.
It's just mild now. It's not as bad as it was, but it's just bad enough for me to be,
having to fettle with it.
Yeah, but I don't mind that. Keeping me occupied, and dare I say it, it's something for the show, isn't it?
I've just had that classic model making moment when you get to the very last thing that you're doing a dry brushing technique on, and you figure out the best way to do the dry brushing technique.
Oh,
on
really?
The last piece. Yeah. On the last piece, you're like, right, now if I'd done this on all the other pieces, it would look much better. God, it's always the way, though, when you're doing something like that.
Oh, yeah.
You always fall into the zone on the last piece. You're like, oh, damn it.
Yeah, it's got a liner to go into it as well, hasn't it? So let's
as always, most of this will actually vanish underneath the paint anyway.
Oh, yeah, that's the thing. That's the most disappointing thing. We'll all go to all of this fettling, and then the bit you're fettled with, you'll never see anyway.
Yeah. Well, we know it's there. Beep, 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 beep.
So we got that to go under there. I just want to quickly...
The good thing with Orcs, though, is if you're doing it like this, you do your rusty stuff first. And then you dry brush your body colour over the top. It does mean if you're getting lazy or you can't be bothered, you can just leave a whole panel untouched because it's just rusty.
PJ says, yeah, I'm a big fan of Kindig and KevDog. They are a great build team, aren't they? But yeah, KevDog. Chassis. Yeah.
I don't like that word.
Yeah, so I am right. That will fit under there. I wonder whether an old cheat might work. Let's give it a try.
It's like playing Far Cry 4, and like you're in a country called Kirat. A Himalaya, sort of around the Himalayas, is kind of called Kirat. But all the Americans in English call it Kairat, and you're like, oh no, English wouldn't call it Kairat for a start. We call it Kirat.
Yeah.
Oh, but it's like, oh.
Yeah, this isn't a wibble that's really bothering you, Fox, is it?
No.
Just out of interest. Could that be?
It always amuses me though when people pronounce country names completely like not like. It's like.
Get in. So, look at that! Look at that door shut now.
Ooh, I can't even see the door shut. There you go.
Yeah, the oldest hack in the world has just been employed. And I haven't used this hack for a few years on a kit, but curiosity got the better of me on this one.
What's that? Little shivs?
No.
Shims even?
a wob of white tack.
Get in.
Just to weigh the door down enough.
To push it down?
Yeah, just bung it in, because it was more hinge bound towards the front.
Oh, that's proper British engineering.
Yeah, and just dry fit it in, and then that now shuts down and sits absolutely beautifully.
I'm so proud, because that's proper British fudge, that is.
It went from that sticking out like a blind cobbler's thumb.
Yeah, and pinging back up again.
To that.
Oh, it's just great.
So, yeah.
See, that's how us Brits do our engineering. We just fudge things and it works.
So there you go, folks. You can have that one.
Yep. That's 150 years of British engineering distilled into one act.
I like that. I'm happy with her now. So I need to take that liner out now, because when I paint this, I don't want the liner in, because it's going to be a separate colour. This
is why the Brits make the best sports cars.
Yeah, so if you own a McLaren or anything with a gold wing door, pop the door open and make sure that they haven't put a large lump of white tack in the door, folks, because you never
it's like
know.
Me with my it's like me with my big Dodge Charger.
Yeah.
I couldn't get. I was hanging the doors on the passenger side, driver's side, and the door just wouldn't fit. It was always. So what I decided in the end was I couldn't get it to fit at all. So what I did was I put a little tiny plastic shim of plastic card between the hinge and the bit the hinge goes in, and screwed it in place, and it was just enough to pop the bottom out and make it sit flush. I'm like, I'm so proud. I did actual engineering on a car, not a real car.
I'm proud of you, soldier. So there you go. That has got a large wad of white tack. I'm going to do the same the other side, just so that I know I've done them both.
It's like the modern equivalent of putting a lead weight in the nose of a fighter plane model.
Oh, yeah, if it's chow leather, just bung a lead weight in there. Yeah, why not? Just wobble up.
I remember when Airfix kits used to come with the big rubber nose cone, the solid rubber nose cone.
Yeah.
Beep, 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 beep. Right.
I always have a large pot of white tack laying around, and why not? Why not, indeed?
Now, I don't know what colour I'm going to paint this at all. I've got a clue.
Yeah, you don't want to do it blue, because you say you've done enough in blue.
Well, I mean, I could do it blue, but and I know what I'm doing if I do it blue, but
yeah, you don't want to do yellow because you're not a fan of yellow. You don't want to do black. So to me, it's only leaving the Evil Sons, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
But you don't see Matt Enamoured doing it as Evil Sons either, so...
No, there's the stealthy guys, but they're purple, and I can't be doing with purple.
Yeah, so it's going to be its own unique colour then, isn't it?
Yeah. If I do black, I think the difficulty with black is that once you do it black, there's just difficulty to do anything on top of that, really.
Yeah, black
I've just dry brushed all the rust on from a black primer, so...
Yeah. Right.
People looking on the webcam, it's actually a lot brighter than that. It's not. That's quite dark on the webcam. But that's just my rusty base coat that I can work.
It's looking good, mate. You can go full screen if you choose to, mate.
Nah, it's all right. But yeah.
Yeah, exactly. That PJ, used to work with Boyd Colin, and I can remember seeing Boyd with a very young Chip Foose, and Richard Rawlins was on their early days as well, wasn't he? With the Pimp My Ride team back in the day. So, very young Richard Rawlins, and a beardless Aaron Kaufman can be seen on that show.
I have no idea of such things.
Yeah, no, classic TV shows, mate. Foose is just God in it. But Kindig, I think, has overtaken him, to be honest with you. I do like the whole Dave Kindig shows, the Bitchin' Rides and all of that lot series he does, and
no understanding of these things. Right, I think what I shall do is I shall.
Yeah. You shall what? Don't leave me in suspense.
I shall leave you in suspenders. No, I've done the rusty base coat, so what I will do is I'll get a base coat of green on my little dudes.
Oh,
right, I'm trying to think what colour to do the actual body shell parts. Because the dudes are primed in Death Guard green, and I'll give them a base coat of Death Wool Forest.
Oh, nice.
Death Wiv Forest.
Yeah, it's one of them paints that even when you say it, you can't not do the Hollywood theatre voice.
Yeah. See, I understand the concept of death worlds in Warhammer, but death world and forest don't seem to be like. But forests are nice. It's not. How can a forest be a death world?
Jeff Light says, neat idea, Cole. Yeah, Jeff, it's one of them, mate. It's a bodge at the end of the day, but it's a good bodge. I do it if I'm doing the planes and they're all a bit nose heavy. I just put a big bowl of blue tack in there and an old penny or something like that, you know. But
when I built my, I don't know what brand it was. It was probably AMT or MPC. My big, enormous Reliant, USS Reliant, Starship Reliant model kit, many, many years ago.
Yeah.
It was before Revell got the Star Trek license. And it was really big. It was like about 1.5 foot across. That would, when you put it on, its display stand was 2 little plastic skids that the nacelle sat on. It was rubbish. And it would just go forward like that because it was front heavy. Back, front or back. So I had to put a whole mess of blue tack in the warp nacelles to weigh them down at the back. Old aircraft modeller's trick.
Exactly.
But that's quite. I'm quite proud of you for that one. That's quite.
Oh yeah, it works with gold wing doors especially, but any panel shut, you know, boot lids, things like that. If you've got a liner that goes in it, fill the void between the boot lid and the liner with a bit of white tack, and it'll let it sit down a bit better. Gentlemen, fill your void. It's just a little trick, isn't it? You know, it's like Phantoms. Fill the nose up with white tack before you glue it on the model. Job done. You're a little trick. You can get the stuff that's basically got the lead weight in it. I can't think the name of it, but it is liquid. Is it liquid lead or something like that? It's basically a goo that you can put in an airplane kit, and it'll weigh the front down. I can confirm, Death Wiv Forest is not a pleasant tasting paint. All right. You know, some of the GW paints don't taste good. Death Wiv Forest is one of those. You had to test it, didn't you? Well, I licked my brush, and it had more paint on than I anticipated. Oh, another thing I've got on my bench is a claptrap. Yes. Oh yeah. Minion. Yeah, because I've acquired a load of brushes, and I wanted to have a pot to put them all in. And someone said about a brush holder, so I might have gone in and did a redesign. Look. That's what I was thinking. So yeah, so I've been playing with that this week and getting that all printed off, so I can stand and smooth that and get that all painted up. Sad, I know it's only going to be a brush pot, but hey, I'm fed up with looking at boring shaped brush pots, so I did mine as a claptrap because I'm sad and I need to get out more. Yep. One day you'll even play the game. Yeah, you never know. Stranger things have happened. It'd be really funny if after all this you're like, yeah, I didn't like Borderlands. I played it for 10 minutes. I'll be fine. Stop fretting, dear. I'll be fine. I'm not fretting. I'm just saying it'd be funny. It'll all be good, mate. Right, let's get one of these lined up. That's one. We've got front end, we've got rear as well. Yeah, that's got it on as well. So let's do the rear one first. Steady. Colin, words. Festa's going round the rear. Stand by your beds. There you go. Yeah, try not to drop it. Oakley dokely. Yeah, H is also fascinated by Dave Kindig's beard as well. In an irritated kind of way, she doesn't see the point of it. He's got a beard that looks like a paintbrush. Very long paintbrush, but it's got no moustache. Has it got like the rounded end and it looks like ridiculously sculpted? It looks like it's been hairsprayed to stay exceptionally straight. The kind of beard that I hate on those, like... oh no, it's nothing like that. It's just this... All right. It's just this pointed paintbrush length thing. It's about yay long in length. Oh, yeah. And it sort of slightly tapers, but it sticks out. A bit like, you know when you look at an old Egyptian pharaoh's head? Yeah. one of them masks. It looks a bit like that, and it doesn't move. It's obviously got loads of man grooming product on it, and it's
man grooming products.
Yeah, it's a bizarre concoction for a facial beard, but it seems to work. But my missus is obsessed by it. She's like, if I was his missus, as soon as he lays down, I'd have that bad boy. It would be gone.
The funny thing is, like with facial hair like that, if it requires all those products to keep it in that shape, the funny thing is like whenever they're going to bed or they wake up in the morning or they have a wash, of course, it's just this floppy mess because it's not got all them thing. It's like punks with their mohawks that look great when they're mohawks, but when they get caught in the rain, it's just this line of straggly hair in the middle of the head.
Yeah, exactly. Does make you wonder, doesn't it?
Yeah. But it doesn't sound as bad as the poncy nonsense beards you get, the YouTube influencer type beards where they look like a round,
mate.
Yeah, and they always look like a round filbert brush, and they just go down and the sides are all perfectly flat because they just get some hedge trimmers out. It's like, just don't have that beard.
Yeah, you're like that.
They're always on blokes that don't really suit big filbert beards, basically.
Let's see.
There's only one guy on the YouTube that gets away with it, and he's that Australian dude, and that's because he's Australian. If you're gonna have a big beard, just have a big beard. Don't be all this. Don't go for all the shaping and sculpting. Just
exactly.
Have a beard. Have a beard. Be a man.
Let's see whether I can do that.
It's the irony of men that want to look manly with the beard but spend more time putting product on the beard than they do a woman on her hair.
It's really unique. It's a unique piece of facial furniture, put it that way.
Yeah, it's like you're not seeing the irony there, really, are you? I just let my beard do what it wants. If I occasionally find a bit of, pork in there or steak or something, that's a bonus. The occasional, chip.
Exactly.
Crisp.
Right, let's zoom in on that.
Have a look at chat.
You know what's coming.
Regardless of the kit manufacturer, gull-wing doors are always gets to persuade into shape, says PJ.
Absolutely.
Liquid gravity, says PJ.
There you go.
Tail head. Oh no, that's just a.
That's the easiest way of
That's just I never got enough vitamins in my diet beard.
Yeah, you like that, don't you?
That's just a rubbish beard. That's just rubbish. That's just face pubes. It's not even.
You do like a good beard, Fox, don't you?
Yeah, but that's not a good beard. That's a beard on someone that doesn't have a beard ability. Some men just can't do beards, and he's one of them who shouldn't do beards. Yeah, I understand H's annoyance. It's a crap beard.
Yeah, especially when he talks and it just flops about because it's rock solid. And she's doing pigeon head as it's moving. I go, "What's that with you?" She goes, "That in beard," she says.
It just looks like he's got a vitamin deficiency or something. He's got flipping scabies or what's the thing where you've got rickets but in his beard.
Yeah, it's definitely up there, isn't it, with bizarreness.
Yeah, it's definitely a bad guy beard. It's definitely evil.
These are the sort of beards that Fox really likes, folks.
Not even.
Look at that screen. Look at that screen, Fox. Oh, look at that.
No, that can just burn in hell.
And this is what I mock him with on a regular basis because these types of beards really do get up his nose. There's another example. Look at that. Oh, yeah. Rock that bad boy, Fox. Or the ultimate chisel chin. There you go.
It's just no.
Yeah. And H is like, why have you got photographs of men's beards?
I was just about to say, I wonder what H thinks about all these pictures on your phone.
Look, Fox doesn't like, it's his fault again, is it? Oh, damn it. Yeah. Always blaming the well-spoken man, she says. So, yeah, it is his fault, love, honest.
He made me put the pictures on there.
Yeah, he made me do it. Big boy did it and run away.
Jeff Light says, tail-heavy aircraft is one of the reasons why I usually make mine as in-flight ones. That, and they take up less shelf space.
That was it. Liquid gravity. Cheers for that, PJ.
Liquid gravity. It's gravity, but liquid. But, excuse me.
You're suitably excused.
Speak of water. Right, what am I going to do about this now? I don't know.
I don't know. What are you going to do about it, dear?
I'm going to sit and think now, which isn't great on a live stream, but...
Oh, you go careful.
Sit and think about colours for this vehicle.
Yeah, you go careful now. I'm getting really concerned about your welfare, mate.
I mean, look at that wet palette after a hard live stream of painting. That's my entire wet palette.
Wow.
It's not impressive, is it? But, yes. So.
Not when you think you'll throw that away, no.
No, I'll probably keep that one.
Well, I said just do what I do, cut small little bits out.
Yeah. So let's just put this together. So let's see if it can speak to me.
Oh, see, you're picking it up. You're picking it up. You've got to let these models talk to you, mate.
Yeah.
Because they do talk to you, folks.
You've got to do that hoodoo that you do so well.
Absolutely. That's how I got on the Merc. It was like, yeah, it spoke to me. It went, I want to be green.
Yes. And then the internet spoke to you about the rest of it.
Yeah, it did, honestly. It woke me up, so I want to be green. Okay.
He dreamt about, like, Kermit singing, "It's not easy being green."
How did you know this?
Or actually, not even Kermit, it was Robin. It was his nephew Robin that was singing about it.
Damn, he knows
I can't put
all
the other
the
bits on there
things.
because they're on little bases temporarily, so I can't put them on. But I'm going to be brave and glue some things together after painting. I know.
I know. You go careful.
I know, it's heretical, isn't it?
All right, let's slice that bit off of there.
Right, so that's the vehicle.
Spin that round and put it there.
That's the vehicle. You have a turret here. There'll be another turret on top of that turret. There's a little turret that goes on the turret there.
Yeah.
Turret. There's the grabby arm, which goes somewhere, right?
Yeah, you got to have a grabby arm.
I've just realised I've got a grabby arm, a turret, and a turret-based weapon.
Yeah.
So I'm not sure where all of those go, because I've only got 3 turrets spare, and I've got 4 turret objects. I think I may just have them as options. That might be an option instead of
options.
The grabby arm.
On a Warhammer kit? Oh, no, I'll speak to me then.
I know. I think one of them goes there, and one of them goes there. Or that can be the grabby arm.
Yeah, I've come over all of a quiver.
Have you had a bit of a flush? Is it your time? Is it if you're going through the change? There's also a couple of mounted weapons, but that's for the dudes that go in the back. So I've got to think now. Dorcosaurus is in.
Hello, Dorks.
He says, "Hello, peoples." I'm saying
mate.
hello to Dorcas. Welcome, Dorcosaurus.
Nice to see you. Nice.
Aye, those look like low poly beards, says Jeff. I don't know what you mean. They're like PlayStation 1 beards.
Yeah, it's like that money ain't for nothing. What was it? Dire Straits video.
Yeah, money for nothing.
Yeah, money for nothing. That's the one. Yeah. 8-bit beards.
Oh, yeah. I can forgive Kindig's dodgy beard, says PJ Lewis, because he's a fantastic designer.
He is.
Yeah,
he is, PJ.
If he's putting all this product on it, it's not even a good-looking beard. It looks like he's got alopecia or something. Or something.
And I'm not disputing that because I do watch his shows and they are fantastic work that they do. I would say the best in the industry now at it as well, by a long shot.
I don't have a horse in that race, so I think it's a terrible beard and he should shave it off.
Yeah, but he's one of them fellas I think would look about 6 if he shaved his beard off, you know?
Yeah. He kind of looks like somebody across the interview table in a cop drama. The person that's being interviewed in the interview room, in the interrogation room. Come on, Jimmy, give me the information. I don't know nothing.
Yeah, I know nothing. What me? Big boy did it and run away.
I've also learned tonight, again, it won't come out on camera, but my usual technique of doing the dry brushing rusts by starting with Rhinox hide and then something like Mornfang Brown, an XV88. Looks kind of rusty, but then I dry brushed it with some Riser Rust, which is a dry paint.
Yeah.
Just very lightly, and it brings back the orange and makes it look like rust.
Yeah.
In the past, I would have had to use like a shade, but now I like this Riser Rust.
There you go. Who would have thought it?
But you want to use it as a dry brush in the surfaces, not on the edges.
Yeah.
That's what I learned on the last piece. What colour? What colour?
Come on, get a montage of paint out on the bench. You know you want to.
No, it doesn't really. So I want to do blue, but I also don't want to do blue.
Yeah, you've done blue to death, mate. Think of something different.
Yeah. Yellow. See, yellow is a great colour for rusty vehicles.
Yeah.
I can't deny that, for weathering and rust. So yellow's a strong contender. Strong contender. And it would be good practice for my tabletop trauma centre Wise Bomb Dackerjet, which is going to be yellow.
Yeah.
Red. Red.
Yeah, for those that are interested, yes, I am making a window mask for the front windscreen because the edges are black. Ooh. And it's the old school, draw around it with a, what's his name, retractable pen. Put the tape over it and it'll give you an image, and then you can cut around that image, remove the excess, place this on the model, spray the edges black. Boom. You can buy masks, but I'm tight. I'm married to a Scottish woman. And
yes, you're married to a Scot. That's not going to fly.
Yeah, it has rubbed off over the years. And yeah.
Yeah, that dog ain't going to hunt.
So, yeah, it's just how I do it. There's 1,000,001 ways of doing this. But what I then end up doing is once this has worked, I then scan that bit of tape into my computer because I have a Silhouette Cameo. And I can then print this out as a pre-cut template if I need to. But also, if somebody else is building a Mercedes SLS, I can print them out a window mask. So,
yeah. For a small one-time fee, £250.
Exactly, for the cost of postage and a sheet of tape, job done.
He'll send it to you free, but the postage will be 250 quid.
Yeah, but they are dirt cheap to buy from suppliers. So, yeah, 9 times out of 10, people will just buy them. But... And then I just get rid of the pencil line with a bit of ordinary, household, freely available saliva.
Pencil lines.
Because it will get rid of it.
Right. I'm going to have to resort to looking at pictures on the internet, aren't I?
Oh, so you're telling me out of that massive collection of paint, you can't see a single colour that floats your basket?
Well, no, because I know it won't be just that colour. It's more just it's going to be yellow, green, red, blue, or brown. Or see, Snake Blight's are brown, but then it's brown with rust colours underneath. It's not really a contrast.
Yeah.
Goff's is black.
Yeah, I suppose, yeah.
Like, if I think about it with yellow or blue, my brain can imagine what it would look like, and it can go, woo. Red, it can't quite get there, and black, it can't visualise at all if I dry brush black onto it.
I thought I'd put that in the bag, but I haven't. The bag's that transparent. I'd put it on the bottom of the bag. Look, it's in there now.
It's bare and bag, yeah.
Yeah, I don't want that window.
You're a transparent bag.
Bit damaged. What's the Harry? Yeah, okay, let's dig the dog and bone out. Let's see what's there.
Coming up to half 2.
Yeah, no worries. Ching. Let's change my blade. Last time I changed my blade, I did a stabby, folks.
Yes, I watched the recovery. It was quite impressive.
I did well. Instant application of super glue may have happened.
Mm-hmm. Instant application of cocktail stick stuck to finger as well.
Yeah, said stabby is looking still rather puffy, but it's healing.
Oh yeah. The worst thing with those kind of stabbities, though, is that they just hurt for ages.
Yeah.
What?
It was one of my better ones. And it was only noticed when I picked something up and it was like, oh, there's blood on that. Oh, okay, I've got a stab at you somewhere. So me and Fox thoroughly investigated this scenario.
Oh, yeah, we did. Right. What are you doing now, Google? Right. Shut up and show me pictures. Oh, gun wagon. The first thing it shows me is a rhino with orc bits on it. Brilliant. Well done.
I know. I've got some colours. Just think of what colours I would suggest to you off air. Don't say it out loud.
I'm missing. I'm not getting it.
God, I need to explain it. Yeah. You'll get it as soon as we come off air.
I will as soon as you come off air.
Just say,
that what?
Add a bit of gold.
Oh, God. Oh, no. Now I can't visualise any colours at all because you've just destroyed my colour palette part of my brain.
I did that for the obvious reason that you'd hate me.
It's loud. Sorry about that. See, that's a blue one. That's Death Skulls. Camera so people can see. That's a black one. Black. I mean, that's obviously like a very simple paint scheme. It's not done the way I would do it. But I'm just not sold on black vehicles because they just don't look interesting to me. There's not much you can do with them. Even if I did my dry brush faded paint effects, it's still just black. You wouldn't do it straight black, you do it dark grey, but still it's like... The only vehicle I've ever seen looking good in black is the Killburster tank.
It's one of them. You've got to feel it to do it, haven't you?
Yeah, I'm not feeling black. That is not a gun tank. Thanks, Google. A gun, whatever it is. That's a rhino. With the thing on the front. Google. So accurate. That's a red one. I mean, it's got flame. If you do a red one, you do have the advantage of being able to do flames, I suppose. Flames, pendejo, flames.
Yeah, you could do orange flameage, couldn't you?
I have to keep in mind these are all really like flat paint jobs, and they paint them red and then they do the weathering on top, which I've done differently. I'll be dry brushing the colour on top.
Yeah.
It'll be all faded and patchy, like I did on my Stomper.
Yeah.
So it'll be a bit different. So I have to I'll put it here where people can see it. So that's red. I can't see the chat, obviously, but... what else do we have? There's also not gun wagons. Well done. Hey, hold on a minute. There's a ball and chain thing on there. Why didn't I get a ball and chain? Did I get a ball and chain in mine?
You probably didn't glue it on, knowing you.
That's the battle wagon. Do we not get the bits for the battle wagon?
It depends on what variant you bought.
I thought it was all in the same box. You get the box and you can build one of 8 different things.
Normally you get the battle wagon variant, has it all in there. I don't know whether you bought the cheap one or you got the all-in one. I don't know.
I don't know.
What was on the box? What does it say on the box? Does it say battle wagon?
I don't know. It's long gone, that. Let's have a look. Yeah, so it's down here. It might be down here. If I've got it here somewhere. Consult the leg end. Space Wolves.
Yeah.
What that was. That's the Shouty Space Dragon. I don't know the boxes. What's that? Oh, there we go. It had the Bone Breaker, Battle Wagon, or the Gun Wagon. None of which have the dangly ball. I've probably still got the sprue somewhere.
Yeah, I've got the...
like a wrecking ball on an arm. I didn't seem to have that.
Yeah, I've got the big grabby arm and I've got a wrecking ball on the back, but then I don't know whether I 3D printed my wrecking ball. I don't know.
Yeah.
That long ago, I can't actually remember, mate. It's, yeah.
Mind you, this one's got turrets on top of the turret, so it may be a bit of a slightly custom built one, I suppose.
Oh, yeah, I've got turrets on top of turrets, but I've got a Titanic ship's funnel on it as well, so, yeah. And a ball and chain and a mechanical grabby arm. And
there's a gun wagon here that, have you seen? Look at this. It's like a Lehman Russ, but with like a truck on the front of it. Yeah. It's quite good. I like that. That was quite silly.
Yeah, I like that. So I did.
So red, blue. What's that? That's red and black. It's interesting. Very heraldic looking.
Yeah. Where's that gone? There it is. How about pink with pastel blue stripes, says Fox. PJ even, he says, don't judge me. We don't judge you, PJ.
don't. How about this? Don't judge me.
All these orcs will have to wear gold hot pants. How about that, PJ?
Gold hot pants. Thing
is, I think he'd kind of enjoy painting them.
Look at that one. It's painted in contrast paints.
Yeah. Wouldn't have done it in straight contrast. I would have used them as a glaze, but then...
I'm assuming it's painted in contrast paints. It's very shiny. It could just be yellow with the wash.
Yeah, white gloss coat. Yeah, that's a whole new ball game. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, they've gone to all the trouble of putting like barbed wire and a mesh on the back, which is quite nice.
Yeah.
But the paint... anyway, never mind. Tabletop of the camp. Yellow one there. So that's there's too much yellow on that. It needs to be faded and worn, I think. But yellow does look good if you weather it for rust colours and things.
Yeah. Yeah, it does take brown washes and things like that really, really well.
Yeah, well, that's why all JCBs and things are yellow and they look great.
Yeah.
What is that? That's certainly a thing that happened. Interesting.
Exactly.
I don't know. If the needle's pointing anywhere at the minute, it's maybe pointing a little bit at yellow.
I don't think I've known you to do yellow yet.
Nah.
To be honest with you, you've not done it. Because I know I obviously did Bad Bones, so you wanted to do a different clan, didn't you, so that we didn't clash?
Yeah, but I mean, I'm just kind of doing stuff at the minute to build and paint and eventually probably flog, so I'm not really too fussed. This one is, if I do any different colours, then I'll eventually do another one as Death Skulls if I do end up building up an army. Oops, didn't want to do that. Oh, bum tubes.
Did you ever sell that other one that you had online?
No, it's sitting in my cabinet.
Oh, right.
The Macarius Vanquisher.
Yeah.
No, it didn't sell, so I've put it in my cabinet. I'll probably put it back up again at some point. I think it's just a bit of a tight time at the minute.
Bit of a tight time, mate. People just haven't got that sort of money to spend, have they?
Yeah, I'll probably go back on at some point. Do. Yes, I mean, the thing for me with Orc is it's like, I feel weird painting Orc. Like, you get like Imperial Guard or Space Marine and you can paint the base colour and add weathering on top. But with Orc, it feels weird doing a solid base colour. It's like, surely they should be so...
does it? Yeah.
No, they should be so made of scrap that it's easier to paint the weathering first and then just do bits of paint on top, surely.
Especially if it's been looted, it's going to be all kinds of over-painted different colours, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's if they could be bothered to paint it, of course, because it is Orcs, folks.
That one's red and dark red.
Yeah. So that's ready to have its edges painted now, and that's just given that enough gap around that mask to paint the edges of the window.
Ooh, yeah.
See?
Nice.
There you go.
Looks like Master Chief's helmet visor laid out flat.
All right. Yeah, more than one way to do it, don't get me wrong, folks, but just, yeah, for the amount of cars I've got to do, I just can't keep buying mask sets just for the windows. I might as well just sit and make my own, so...
Yeah. Here you go, there's some proper old-school Games Workshop colour scheme for orcs. Just all the colours.
Oh, yeah, all the colours in the world.
All the colours, blue, red,
like
yellow,
looking
green.
at my stomper, that is, mate, many colours.
Oh, yeah, all the colours. Proper old-school orc, that is.
Yeah, I look up at it and I'm like, yeah, there's a person who couldn't decide what colour he wanted to paint it. But it works. It works against the rest of them because it is so out there. I wouldn't do another one in the scheme because I think it's a scheme you can only do the once.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't change it.
It was quite funny the other day, me and Festa were talking, and I was absolutely convinced that I'd bought an orc truck.
Yeah.
Kit. And hadn't built it. And I was absolutely convinced. And it turns out I hadn't actually bought it.
Yeah.
But I was going to get one at the same time when I got this, but it was out of stock, so I didn't get it. But my brain was like, no, you bought it.
I think it was when I was doing mine on the Frolic that time, wasn't it? It kind of ingrained in your head a bit, wasn't it? And
yeah. And then I realised that I'm getting old now and I keep remembering things that haven't actually happened, and that's a really bad thing.
Yeah. You're not alone, mate. I do the same. So really. I've had people knock at the door and I'm like, this person's at the door, and I say to them, couldn't do me a favour, can I take your picture? And then I'll message H, especially if she's not here, and I go, this person says they know me and I really can't remember them. And she'll go, yeah, and she did it, and she was like, yeah, that's Brian, he was your best man. Oh.
Yeah, I know.
And I felt so embarrassed, but then, you know.
Oldness.
Well, don't forget, 20 years ago, I had head injury, mate. That was...
That's true.
And there's pictures of it on Facebook, the aftermath, because it was a thing back then. And the downside of going through that is it kind of messes a little bit with my short-term memory, and some of my life experiences have disappeared, so I have to be reminded every now and then. This is why I have Post-it notes everywhere. Yeah. And, so... But yeah, that was quite one of the funnier ones.
Oh. Commanded.
Yeah. Not everyone, no worries. Not everyone likes it when you say to them, could I take your photograph? But once you tell them why, they understand. But yeah, I think it was a 4-year period H went through, just reminded me of things, because I couldn't even remember my own wedding. All kinds of things, it does impact you. But like I say, nowadays it's just faces and names I'm not really as compass mentis with. So yeah, it catches me out every now and then. But luckily H is really good with it. She was like, yeah, that's so-and-so. But like I say, you try to explain it to someone, and some people get it, others don't. But it's just one of them things. I'm not the only one in the world, don't get me wrong, at the end of the day, it's just one of them things. Note to self, make sure things are on the air hoses properly, because, Right, let's have a bit of that, get that off of there, and then we can do another one for this window then. Same process, folks. Let's just press that on something a bit softer. He says looking for, there it is, I knew I had one. Where are you? There it is. Nice little bit of soft raggy. Yeah. Just to be on the safe side whilst I'm drawing it, because again, it's curved windows in it, and we all have habit, you lean on things a bit too hard, and it'll go peach on for you, won't it? Certainly does for me. I've done it before where I've done this. Best one I did was my big E-type Jag I built many, many years ago. I was doing what I'm doing now. Something with the front windscreen I was prepping. And I put it on the seat to stand up and get something, and sat down and just heard that crunch. So in the end, I did a cheat. I glued the windscreen back together off the Jag, and it had a big diagonal crack right across it, so it was unusable. But I had a sheet of acetate, and I just warmed it up with a hot air gun, I'd stuck the screen on a couple of Tamiya pots just to keep its curvature, and I just heated up the acetate, and it just dropped down on the screen and folded round the edges, so I kept warming it up. And I just scribed around it, and I had a replacement windscreen. That was one of my better saves. I was quite chuffed with that. Yeah. You can save these things, folks. It doesn't always end in disaster. I should just do the same on this. I should just draw around it a couple of times. Just enough so that when I put the tape on, it'll leave a trace mark. That's all I'm after at this stage, is this trace mark from this shape. Now, it's not going to be as perfect as one of the pre-made masks that you get, purely and simply because, you know, I'm a bit shaky, so my cut lines aren't always great. But if I'm not happy with that, I can still scan it in and run it through my plotter cutter. So, yeah. It seems not too bad. It's passable, so it'll do. And I'll just draw around this a couple of times just to start bringing out the edges. And then I'll be happy then. It's passable. It'll go on the model. Bob's your uncle. Make sure you're actually drawing that in the right place, Cole, would help, wouldn't it, Burke? I've just got to lean forward so I can see that, because, yeah, it's just out of range of me. So let's just pop that in there, and then I can rock it along and see it. There you go. I can see what I'm doing. And luckily, when they make these, the bit that's going to be painted black is a bit textured, so it looks like frosted glass on the edges. So where I'm doing this under a bright light, it's difficult to quite see where the line's going, but I'm using the difference between the matte and the gloss finish just to try and highlight where this line is. I don't know how it's coming out on the screen because I can't see my other monitor at the moment. That's all I'm doing. It's just drawing a line around that screen. Like so. Just a fine pencil line that'll pick up on the tape. It is all I'm up to. So I'll just carry on. I should do another pass of this just so that the tape's got something to stick to it, because the graphite will lift with the tape once the tape goes on. So work my way back along just to leave a bit of a thicker representation. And I can see this with the angle once it goes on, because it's almost like doing a bit of panel lining on something. You can just see a faint representation of the line you're creating all the way around the edge there. Don't forget, this coming Monday, I shall be back on the KA.Models channel doing a bit more on the 1/16 tank. I'll dig it out of its box tomorrow and see how far I got. If it's ready for priming, I might prime it. Get that primed ready so that you can see that Monday. But I think from memory I've got a few more greebles to go on this, so I'll have a look tomorrow at the instructions just to jiggle me memory as to where I got to, because already I've forgotten where we ended the show. Let's just snooze that until he gets back, and then I'll ring her. Yeah, I've already pressed snooze. Really? Yeah. Because I'm not going to mute whilst Fox ain't here, because it's not fair on you guys, so I could afford to leave H for another 5-10 minutes yet. And just work my way around there. All the way around. Just so that we got a trace line to pick up. Happy days. Dazzle camouflage consisted of Dayglow Orange and Dunkelgelm, says Jeff. Yes, Raggy makes an appearance. Yes, there are various incarnations of Raggies on the go, because Raggy the original, there's not many bits I've got left of it now, Jeff. I'm running out, because people have actually messaged me and go, can you send me a bit of Raggy? It's like, I find it quite intriguing, to be honest. Yeah. So let's see, that should be enough. Let's just do a little run back down there. Just put a little bit more in that edge. That should, in theory, be enough now to go across that window. That's what we're hoping. So let's just get reasonable length now. I don't expect to do this in one piece because it is curved. So we'll see how it goes. As long as I can get the bulk of it in one run, I can then cut the edges off and work my way around the rest of it. So let's rub that on, and then we can lift that graphite. So let's chop that angle of the dangle off, and that will give me another bit then. Go across there. Hopefully I didn't go through my finger, but if I did, I did. It'll give me that bit there. And we'll do the same on this one. Yeah, and then promptly rip it straight in half with your clumsy fingers, Carl. Another bit in there, don't you? You go. PJ says, I stopped buying pre-cut window masks years ago. Much prefer to make my own cheaper for a start. Exactly. I mean, you know, a lot of people go, oh, you can just buy the pre-made ones. Well, I know you can, but yeah. I just find it, yeah, quite relaxing to sit and do them, if I'm honest. But like I say, I shall keep the tapes and just drop them on a piece of card. And I'll just scan them in the computer. And then I've got the shapes then. I can mark up the images then with what they are, and then I can print them out, run them through my Silhouette Cameo, the cutter. So again, if my cutting's a bit off, I can just print these, but that's what you end up with. That line should then transfer to that piece of tape. That's what we're hoping. A million ways to do this. I'm sure PJ's got his own method that he uses. Feel free to type it in the chat. But yeah. It's just different ways of doing it, isn't it? Some people will cut this on the glass themselves. Me, I'm very heavy-handed. And I know if I did that, I'm either going to slip and put a big gunge across the screen and it's ruined, or I'm going to leave a big, deep score line all round the window. I can't be as delicate as that, I'm afraid. So, for me, this method works for me. Excuse me, I'm sure there's other tried and tested methods that'll work. Dorkosaurus says, coffee or hot chocolate? For me, it would be the hot chocolate all day long, mate. Jeff says, I didn't realise that acetate could be heat formed like that. Yeah, I just run the hot air gun over it, mate. Just want shrunk down, job done. Yeah, it stunk a bit, but yeah. So my original 1.8V type has got the acetate windscreen in it. Got to be done, isn't it? Everyone's saying hello to Dolka, as is Jeff Light. Candygram says, I like the CG guy on Money for Nothing. Yeah, it's funny when you look back and see that video. At the time, it was cutting edge, wasn't it? But now it's really dated, isn't it? PJ says, yeah, I can forgive Kid Dick's dodgy beard. He is a designer. It's the simple things he does. He sits there, he looks at the card, it needs another couple of millimetre off of that. It's like when he's doing the bonnet louvres or things like that, he'll look at it and go, that scoop is about 3 mil too high, can we drop it down a bit? It's just got such a finite eye for detail. And you sit there and you think, bloody hell, Dave, you're fussing over 5 mil. And then when you see it redone, yeah, it does make a difference. And I think that's an absolute immense talent. And it's the simple things like his flush fitting door handles. Well, you know, they work. I'm getting all nerdy now, PJ. He was on this afternoon, a bit of the old Kindig, mate. And I must admit, I was well chuffed, mate. So let's lift that off. Desperately try not to break the screen. Boom. There you go. So what that's done is that's picked up that graphite line. See? There you go. Fingers crossed then we can get that down. and scribe around it. There you go. Happy days. I love it when a plan comes together. See that, folks? Look at that. Yeah, I'm happy. I'm easily pleased, I know, but hey, you know, why not? Why not be easily pleased is my motto. Dum-da-da-dum-dum-dum, yeah, I don't know what the cut sheets go for now. Last time I saw them, it was a couple of quid, you know, about $3, $4, $5. BJ says he cuts his masks on the screen. Yeah, you've probably got a little bit more of a deft touch than I have, mate. But yeah, I know full well for me, I'd end up just going along and I'd do one of those twitch. That's it. I've then got a lightning bolt across the glass, mate. And I would love to have your slightly better precision dexterity, but I haven't, mate. I miss it. You know, years ago I used to draw caricatures and things like that, and a lot of fine line work. I can't do it now. It's all or nothing with me. There's no real in between now. Yeah, it is frustrating. There's a few things that, like in the hobby, that I used to be able to do. I noticed this when I was doing the photo etch motorcycle chain. Now, you know, as recent as 4 years ago, I wouldn't have struggled with that. Whereas when I tried it recently, it was like a woodpecker, me trying to pick these bits up and get them to line up. No matter how hard I tried, I couldn't get them to line up in the holes. And by the time I did, the glue had gone off, and I was getting more and more frustrated with myself. I used the kit part in the end, but it is one of them I'd like to go back on a better day and have another go. But part of me thinks that side of my dexterity's gone now, which is why I'm building a lot of my stash, because there will be a time when I step away from scale models per se, because I'm no longer able to do them. So I'm going to get more into the weathering of stuff.
I'm back.
He's back, so...
Hello.
Yeah. Hello, mate. How are you? Everything all right?
Yeah, it's fine.
Happy days, mate.
All right. I might have decided.
All right, yeah.
I might go for yellow.
After all of that?
Yeah. Look at the state of that. Have you seen that?
Hold up, mate. Oh, dear. Right, now you're back. I'm going to ring H, yep, because it's getting
You go and
late.
sort that? Yeah, go for it. Right. I'm going to guess that Colin's read up to date with all of you in the chat, so I shall not read the chat. But yes, I think I've decided we'll go for yellow. So I've got the rusty colours here. Now, again, keep in mind, it's a little more orangey than you're seeing it here. It's not quite as dark brown as it looks on camera. But even just with dry brushing, that's quite a nice... It is quite a nice sort of patchy rust effect that you get just by doing a black primer and then dry brushing on your rusty colours. But that Riser Rust as a final sort of panel centre, very delicate dry brush, really just bring it out and make it look more like rust and just not just brown. Otherwise it looks like patchy wood. So I think we'll go for a yellow. And it'll be yellow with... either black and white checkers.
And we're back.
Or, yeah, is she up?
Yeah, she's awake now.
Yeah, so yellow with either black and white checkers or just white checkers. Maybe even just black checkers, I don't know yet. And other bits. And other colours.
You can always do some of them checkers like I did on my booster blaster and things like that. The different yellow shades of yellow checkers.
Oh, yeah. Like the light yellow checkers over the dark yellow base, yeah.
Yeah.
Fox, this brown looks...
Yeah, I know you liked them, so...
it was nice, actually, that. It was a nice effect. Jeff says, this brown looks great on screen. Yes, I'll post a picture up in the groups later, but it's a little redder than that. Just my webcam doesn't quite have the right colour balance, so... But yeah, I kind of just stumbled on this way of doing rust before the base coat. And I don't think I'm ever going to go back to doing a base coat and then do paint chipping on Orc vehicles ever again, because I like this idea of doing the rust first and then dry brushing on the base colour, because it's just a lot faster and it looks more fun, I think. I think. I could be wrong. Just, it works for me.
That's the key. Whatever.
Well, a couple of hours of basic dry brushing with some crappy old dry brushes, and I've got this nice rusty look that I can now build upon. But the funny thing is, right, you've got all this detail in here. You've got like the checker plate floor, and you've got the inside of the door with the handles. And then when you actually put the cab roof on, all you can do, you can just about see through the window there and there. And you can see through the hole in the back window there and the sides, but that's all you can actually see through. You can't see the top. So it's like they went to the trouble of building the floor panels because you can just about see those and you could paint them up. But they didn't go to the trouble of putting any kind of like dashboard or steering column or like driver in there at all because it's just not worth it. I suppose you could. I know Colin would, you'd probably kit bash a complete cockpit for that.
Yeah, I think I might have done actually on that one.
Did you?
Yeah, I'm sure it's got a steering wheel and that in there, yeah. Yeah, it has, because I did the instrument panel, I remember it now, yeah.
That's right. Because I could see you, like, cutting half this roof off and having it as, like, an open-topped cab or something.
Yeah, it got modified because I put the big turret thing on the front, didn't I, with the geyser hanging out of it, and then I did a cutaway section on the front. So, yeah, you can see a bit better in there, but...
Yeah. PJ says to you, my next MFH kit turned up earlier the week. It's a 1/9 scale Brough Superior SS100 1926.
Oh, nice
with
one.
Sidecar. With sidecar.
Yeah, I like your choice, Brough Superior, mate. Yeah.
I'm guessing that's a motorbike of some sort.
Oh, yeah, I'll be all over that, PJ.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah, a Git, though, but yeah, I'll be all over it.
Git confirmed. I shall chat Dolly for you now.
Yeah, I pretty much read most of it out while she was gone, mate.
Yeah. No, I mean, there's no point starting doing the base colour now, so I shall chat Dolly for anything that comes up.
Yeah.
How's your masking going?
All right, mate. I'm just about to apply it to the window, mate. Yeah, it's going all right, mate. Yeah, I'm happy with it.
I was never any good at making masks for windows.
That's the job. Is it as good as pre-cut ones that you can pay money for? Probably not, but I don't care. It works for me.
Masks for Windows, not compatible with IBM PC or Mac.
So
See what I did there? You see what I did there?
I did.
The thing that kills that is the fact you could hear me for 30 seconds before I'm trying to figure it out.
Yeah, you was thinking of the joke, weren't you? I
went all quiet. I was planning.
There you go. So it just gives you your shape they want. Happy days. Good enough for me. I can finesse that.
It's good enough for you. It's good enough. There's a song in there somewhere.
Yeah. It's the fact you know that song. It's like, yeah.
It's the fact that I know someone who likes that kind of music and I had to suffer it occasionally. It was like, oh, really?
Cool.
We all know someone who makes us listen to music we wouldn't normally listen to.
Oh, absolutely, mate. I married one.
Oh, yeah. I thankfully avoided that step.
Yeah.
I'll paint the green on this dude. Because then I can just avoid painting any body colour on him when it comes to painting.
So we did
Forest. I had it, and I put it in a place, and the place I put it was there. There you go.
That's what I mean, PJ, about my heavy-handedness. Straight away you can see there is a perfect cut line around there where I've been cutting. So that would be on the windscreen if I cut the masks on screen, and I couldn't live with that, mate. So, yeah,
Not unless you're making a barn find.
Yeah, I'm so... I haven't got that finesse. I'm all or nothing. Fox could contest to that with my destruction of a Games Workshop paintbrush in one session.
That was always truly impressive, that was.
Yeah, it's like, oh, but you should do it this way. It's like, I don't have your dexterity, Fox. It's all or nothing with me, mate. Yeah. One of them.
I don't think I did it with such a whiny voice.
Well, you have to be picky. Yeah. Let's put that on there. Flip that over there. That's
Flip it.
Done with that. Are any of the other windows got any of that on? Let's have a looky, Kings. No, they all look pretty good. Side windows might have a little add on there. Double check that box art, I think.
It is a shame that the people in the turrets just kind of stop at the base of the turret. There's no moulding after that.
Yeah, it's a bit. Yeah, it's a bit bish, isn't it?
Yeah. Okay. It's a gaming piece at the end of the day, I suppose. Not a realistic model.
Yeah, the windows, do they go from the outside or from the inside? They go from the outside, so I need to do the rubbers on the doors. Okay.
Gentlemen, do your rubbers.
So we do a similar thing with the side windows.
Do the duvets there.
Yeah. Just
hang on, Fox. Planning. No, does not compute, says PJ. And Jeff says, nice PJ. I just looked at photos of the Bruff kit. Magnificent. Magnifique.
Yeah. Right, so we got those. We got that.
Let him dry for a minute.
Let
him dry, let him dry.
Slide window, so return of Raggy.
Ooh.
There you go.
Oh, that Raggy.
Yeah, not original Raggy. Original Raggy.
I got excited then. I was like,
is archived, mate. Yeah, I couldn't do this on original Raggy, mate. Come on, Bennett.
Is original Raggy in the vault now?
Yeah, there's very little remaining of original Raggy now.
Oh.
Been over generous with my application of Raggy in models, so.
Oh, you'll have to start using bits of Pico Raggy.
Yeah, so there'll be nano Raggy.
Pod. Yeah. Every Festa model contains quantum Raggy filaments.
Yeah. Bless it.
JPJ says, looks to be a great kit, not going to be starting it until at least June-ish.
Oh, nice one.
Tell you what I shall do.
Yeah, they're not a thing at them sort of prices that you can chuck out every week, are they?
Why don't I? Do a quick search on here for that, and I can show the people in chat who might not be able to know what that is.
What's that?
Superior. The MFH kit.
Yeah.
So people in chat can see it.
Yeah, it'll be on the Hero Boy website.
See if you've got a nice picture. So I shall show people with my iPad of showing. Are they the only place that sells these MFH things then or something? Or is it just one of the
place I'd go to get them, to be honest with you. It's where I'd get one, but I don't think I've got the skills and dexterity to build one at this stage of my life now, mate.
Look at that. That is actually really nice. Actual metal bits.
Yeah.
Of course, his comes with a sidecar as well. Oh, I can't swipe to the next picture. That's a bit rubbish. Come on, Hero Boy. Make your website better.
Yeah.
Oh, look at that.
Yeah, they are nice, aren't they?
Just looks like a real motorbike.
Yeah. It's all
actual metal.
White metal and resin, mate.
Yeah, look at that, the little bits of sort of grime and dirt around that bit there. Yeah, I'm not a motorbike person. I have no interest in motorbikes, but I can appreciate them.
Oh, it's like 600 quid for a 1/9 scale model. It's like serious money, isn't it?
Oh, yeah.
I get the pricing, I get that, and I get what you get for it, but yeah.
Oops. How did I advance to the next picture? I don't know how I did that.
Did you do a swipe, Fox? Or
did you apparently you just pressed them.
Okay. Yeah, that'll be one of those that loads it upon a press then.
Never come across that before.
Quite a few sites do that now.
Tax disc. It just has that vintage paint job look to the painted body, like the mudguard there. You know, like the old vintage cars look like they were painted with the brush.
Yes.
They had that kind of thick, like almost like industrial paint look to them.
Yeah.
And it sort of replicates that look.
Yeah,
quite nicely.
AJ says he gets his direct from MFH. Yeah, I didn't know whether they did that, mate, but yeah.
Ah.
There you go. I stand corrected.
There you go. Lots of bits. Very nice. It's basically an entire motorbike that you're pretty much building is one step away from being actual functional, I guess.
Yeah.
If it actually had a fully working engine. That's nice. Although his has got a sidecar as well. So.
Yeah. Ah, nice
Cool.
one. Look forward to seeing that.
Yep. I think I read an article that Jay Leno wrote for a motorcycle magazine about 25 years ago, says Jeff, where he said that the Bruff was one of his favourite motorcycles.
Yeah. He got Orange County Choppers to do him a modern version of it, didn't he? The Bruff Superior as part of the Jay Leno build.
It reminds me of Tintin, motorbikes in the Tintin comic books.
For me, the Bruff, it's of its time and it shouldn't be modernised. I think it stands for itself.
Yeah.
But then that's just me. I'm a bit of an
There's nothing
anorak.
wrong with making one today, but you have to make it identical to the original one using the original.
I mean, putting a modern
components.
take on something of that, especially where there's a love of it in the community, I think it takes away from its original engineering prowess almost, you know what I mean? Yeah.
I mean, if you literally replicated it part for part and didn't add anything new to it, then that's one thing.
Yeah.
But just doing it new with new components and new alloys.
Trying to make a modern motorcycle out of a vintage classic, it's like...
Just restore the vintage classics.
Yeah, it doesn't need to go fast. The massive 50-inch rims with the lipstick thickness tyre. It's like, look, it was built that way.
Well, it's like me. If I ever win the lottery and I get to buy my pristine factory condition Mark III Cortina, I'll have it modernised with a modern engine and steering and suspension and stuff. Yeah. But to the naked eye, while the bonnet's down, it will just
I mean, I'll put it into perspective. Could you imagine it, right? Them doing a modern release of the Series 3 Land Rover, but in the modern jelly mould format as with an electric motor in it. It goes against its. Yeah.
I mean, the engine doesn't really matter, but the body should. No, it'd have to be aluminium and crunky.
Yeah, but if they did it all streamlined, a bit like the Elon Musk 4x4 Tesla.
That's such a joke, that thing.
Yeah, but if you imagine it, straight away you'd be like, no, they can't do that.
No.
And that's how I feel about the Bruff. It's like it stands alone for what it was.
Apparently the latest thing with the Tesla Cybertruck, apart from the fact it appears to be a non-off-road vehicle, or non-off-road capable. It can't cope with a thin layer of snow or mud or anything. It's also now, people are starting to see it rust, even though it's stainless steel.
Oh dear.
It's like, wow, they shouldn't have bothered making.
Does that sound to you very much like the modern day DeLorean?
Yeah.
We've been down this road before, haven't we, with ambitious car owners? Yeah,
I think DeLoreans actually use decent solid stainless steel, though. But
yeah, just seems to me to have a ring of, we've been down this road before.
Yeah. I just love all these pictures of footage of people with their Cybertruck, and they're on the most delicate hill you can imagine that an old lady could walk up. Yeah. And it's like, nope, not going anywhere. It's like, wow.
It's really going to be a white elephant, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's a shame, but,
it doesn't go off-road. It's rusting after a month.
Yeah, what does it do then?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it funds Elon Musk. Well, great.
Yeah, show me on the dolly where this vehicle hurt you.
And I'm pretty sure I read somewhere that they've had to recall. There was a recall they had to do, and it was going to be basically every Cybertruck.
Yeah.
Really?
Good choice, PJ. I like that. He says he's going to be brush painting it in keeping with how the original bike was painted. Good for you.
Nice. Good call.
Original techniques and that, because that was of its time, and why not?
Yeah.
I like that.
It would be interesting to even go as far as getting proper cellulose paint. As it would have been back in the day.
I'm sure he'll do extensive research on paint and all of that, because that's PJ's bag, isn't it?
That's what he does.
That's what he does.
Imagine that.
Get,
proper cellulose paint. It probably still exists.
Yeah, I reckon it'll look mint, mate. Looking forward to seeing it.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah.
I can't tell if some bits of this orc are actually skin or clothing.
Yeah, so that'll go into paint this week.
Skin.
We're happy with that. How long have we got? Oh, you've got 20 minutes or so.
The originals were brush painted. Interesting, says Jeff. I don't know. They might have been. When I looked at that picture, I had memories of old vintage cars that I've seen in my life, and they always have that kind of not lumpy paint, but like not the modern smooth paint application that we used to today. Like cars from the 30s and 20s, they always had that kind of raw paint look.
Yeah, if that's how the bike was done, I will live with that all day long, mate, because it's proper old school, isn't it?
Yeah.
At the end of the day, mate, go for it.
Right. So yellow. Yellow is going to be the way forward.
That what you're going for, is it, mate?
Yeah, I think so.
Happy days.
I think so. But it won't be like we see them in some of them photographs where every surface is painted yellow.
No.
It'll be like the outer panels will have yellow on them, on most of them, but some of them might be really minimal because the paint's worn away. And one or two of them will just be rusty or painted silver and rusty or just rusty. The inside, I don't know yet. I'll keep like the walls and stuff. I might do yellow, but would they paint the inside a different colour? Who knows?
Oh, if it's been looted, it might be the other clan's colour. You don't know, do you?
Yeah.
To be honest with you, it depends on what story you're putting on it.
Yeah. Would they just paint the outside?
Yeah.
The running gear I'll paint with yellow hints on it.
Yeah.
And then the tracks I'll do grey and rust colours. And underneath I won't do that yellow. That's probably just going to be like literally how that ends up, but there'll be some metallic dry brushing and then lots of gunk and dirt and grime.
Yeah, you're a yellow hint.
You're a yellow. So underneath there's actually very little painting to do now. It's kind of done already just with that dry brushing, other than
underneath the yellow.
Yeah. I might paint that Imperial fuel tank. I might paint that red because I'm going to leave that so it literally is actually a fuel barrel.
Yeah.
It's not going to be a greeble that looks like it is literally they've got a fuel barrel and stuck half of it on the bottom of the truck for some reason because, orcs, isn't it?
Absolutely.
Maybe a lot of the interiors will just be like either rust or silver metals.
Yeah,
metal colours.
Because it's a thing, isn't it?
Oaks. Dip, 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 dip. Dip, dip, dip. I think that's actually skin and not an outfit. I think. I shall paint it if it is flesh.
Flesh. Oh no, the wrong tune.
Now you get 10 points for that. There's something slightly Blue Oyster Club about the old orcs where they're all like bare chested, but they've got like big leather braces and stuff.
Yeah.
I think that's not actually flesh because there's a collar at the top. Okay, that's really confusing. It's a sleeveless jacket then, perhaps.
Perhaps it's a gilet.
Ooh, get you with your
I know.
Your armour and medieval clothing terminology.
I know. You never know, do you? I know, see? I know. Who'd have thought it, eh?
I know. Who'd have thunk it? You know in all your medieval and Renaissance clothing terms.
Scary, isn't it?
Is that because you wear a ruff at the weekends?
Yeah, it is, mate. Yeah.
Big pompadour wig.
Yeah, I like me rough.
Pompadour wig.
Yeah. Can't be a bit rough. That sounded wrong.
Steady now. I was actually watching the other day an interesting little video, little sort of 10-minute documentary video. And it was, I've been playing a game. There's a game called Pentiment on the Xbox, and it's basically a little sort of adventure game, but it's all, the look of it is medieval art.
Yeah.
It's all two-dimensional art, and it all looks like manuscript art, like you get in medieval manuscript documents.
Yeah.
And it's set in the Middle Ages. It's like a murder mystery.
Yeah.
And as your characters walk around, you notice that they walk toe first, toe, and then they put the heel down. Toe down,
right,
heel.
yeah.
Toe and heel. And I noticed this and filed it away, and then I watched this video a few days later, and this historian who does like armour and clothing, he was saying they reckon, they don't know for sure, but they actually think that until we started getting shoes with heels on them, people actually used to walk completely differently. We walk toe heel. We put our heel down first, then we do our toes. Up until heels, they didn't do that. They walked completely differently.
Yeah.
Until like late Elizabethan.
Yeah.
They used to walk with the toes down first, and it was a whole. They said most people don't realise, but we used to walk a whole different way until we invented the heel. And I'm like, my mind was blown.
It's got a lot to answer for, then, hasn't it?
Yeah.
When you think about it, it's changed the way humanity walks.
Yeah, because in those days you didn't have a solid leather sole on your foot, on your shoe. You had like a leather shoe with no sole or soft sole. So you put your toe down first to make sure you weren't about to donk your foot on a stone.
See, I didn't.
And then you
that.
put your heel down. Yeah,
I've learned 18.
So it's like, so it's like my mind was blown. It's like we just used to walk differently completely.
You do realise you've just done a factoid.
I have. It's weird. Because we just walk with our heel first and we think it's natural. It's like, no, it's completely not the way we used to walk.
Yeah.
I really like the claptrap brush holder classic, says Jeff.
Yeah. Just seemed the thing to do. Just seemed, I've got all the other bits of him, his arms and everything over there, but yeah, it's just one of those weird little things, isn't it?
Gotta love claptrap.
Yeah. It's funny, I had the Xbox done as claptrap, but I kind of miss seeing it sat there, so this is going to be a nice little replacement for it, because that now lives in its own Xbox cupboard.
The best thing about claptrap is that he's a character in a game that was specifically made to be as annoying as possible.
Yeah.
He was specifically intended that everybody playing the game really hates claptrap. And it worked perfectly to the point that you see people say, yeah, I like the game, but I hated that robot. And it's like, yeah, that's the point.
Yeah.
You're supposed to hate Claptrap. He's the most annoying character they could come up with.
He was supposed to be their inversion of Clippy, wasn't he?
Yeah, he's meant to be annoying and you want to slap him. That's entirely his correct character. But everybody likes him because he's so obnoxious.
Yeah, it's one of them. It's just a unique little thing, isn't it? And I just thought it would work well as a little pot holder because, like I say, I could weather the bejesus out of it. And, The
funny thing was that Colin, Festa and I were talking together, we were hanging out, and I didn't know he was doing this, but all he had on the bench was the wheel.
Yeah.
With the two little spokes coming out, just the wheel. And he was working on something that was like that shape.
Oh, yeah, I was doing the design, wasn't I, for the main body.
And I saw the wheel, and I said, is that by any chance a claptrap wheel? And he's like, how did you know that? And I thought, well, the stuff on the texture of the tread on the tyre looked like an Orc motorbike wheel or something, but I thought, there's no way you're making an Orc motorbike that big with the two bits sticking up. That looks like that. And he's like, how did you know that?
Yeah, I was quite impressed with that, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, because we were sat in the hangout, wasn't it? I was messing around with the design on the bodywork, wasn't I? So... It's all up on my Tinkercad program. That'll probably go up on my mini factory at some point.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Lex is already wanting one of these.
Oh yeah.
He's like, yeah, it'd be perfect for me because he's Xbox and he's but also it's for his paint pots for when he's doing his Warhammer. He's like, I so want one of them. I said, yeah, no worries, I'll do you one.
Absolutely.
It's just something different, isn't it? It's claptrap. What more can you say? PJ says, I've got no idea what claptrap is. Yeah.
It's a character from the video game series Borderlands, or the Borderlands video games. He's a little robot that is very, very annoying, but also completely awesome at the same time. Yeah,
there's something remarkably addictive about him, but like you say, he was made to be as irritating as possible.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's because I didn't know this when I got my Xbox. I did a wrap, and
It's a wrap.
I said to Fox, "Oh, I've wrapped it in this weird robot thing that I spotted that I liked," and he went, "It's quite endearing." He said that you know nothing about Xbox. He said that's a character in one of their games. I went, "Oh, is it? Oh, okay."
Yeah.
I learned a thing, but.
Good games, Borderlands. I love Borderlands. I was all right with Borderlands 2. I wasn't that impressed with Borderlands 3. I kind of fell off Borderlands 3. I never finished it.
Yeah.
But the original Borderlands, great.
Is that a common thing, though, where, like you say, some of the more recent variants of games you don't like, do you? Is that
no
because they've overdone it, or...?
No, I think Borderlands had it just right. Borderlands 2 improved on it a bit, but the thing with Borderlands... is it's designed as a 4-player like co-op game. There's 4 of you, but you can play it solo if you want to, or 2 of you, or 3 of you. You can play it any way you want, and it's a brilliant single-player game.
Yeah.
But the thing with Borderlands is there's 80 bajillion guns.
Oh, right, yeah.
And it's all about loot. Every time you kill an enemy, he drops a weapon. Is it better than the one you've got? Has it got better stats? It's all about getting better guns and better weapons.
Oh, right,
through loot.
yeah.
It's the original looter-shooter. And there's loot chests and stuff, and it's all about, like, you play the game, but the big hook is getting better weapons.
Yeah, I like the sound of that looter shooter, isn't it?
But it's like literally the guns are ridiculous. Like, you've got like a shotgun that shoots shotgun cartridges that actually fire knives.
Yeah,
that then explode.
Oh right, yeah.
You've got a pistol that shoots rockets, I think.
Oh, right, yeah.
You've got weapons, and all the weapons can do elemental damage, like fire or like caustic or electric damage. And it's all about the loot thing, the combat and the story. The story's silly, the combat is incredibly good fun.
Yeah.
But it's all about the loot. The hook is getting better weapons.
Yeah.
You start off with these really feeble little pistols and rifles, and by the end of the game, you've got these like ridiculous weapons that are just insane.
Yeah.
I think there's I can't remember what it is now, but it's something like a rocket launcher that shoots shotguns.
Yeah.
It fires shotguns at the enemy, which then the shotgun fires a rocket at the enemy, which then splits into a cluster munition. They're just insane.
Yeah.
So, but it's all about. So they had it just right in Borderlands 1, and then in Borderlands 2, they kind of. In Borderlands 1, you could kind of get the weapon. You got a feel for certain weapons, and you found your little niche where you wanted snipers or pistols or anything like that.
Oh,
Borderlands
right,
2, it got a bit watered down, so you never really found a good set of weapons to go with.
Yeah. Because you was like this with the Far Cry games, isn't it? You seem to prefer the earlier variants than the later ones, don't you?
Well, no. 1, 2, and 3 I can't stand. 1 and 2 I can't stand. No, 1 and 2 I can't stand. 3 and 4 and 5 are all good.
Am I getting that confused with Fallout?
Yeah, Fallout 3 was great. Fallout 4 was good. Fallout 76, nah.
Yeah, I knew I'd heard you say it somewhere, but yeah.
Yeah. And like Halo, the original Halo is the best.
Yeah.
2 was all right. 3 was all right.
See, I've got so much of this to learn. It's going to be so much fun.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, but Borderlands, it's just turn your brain off silly fun.
Yeah.
The guy who originally voiced Claptrap admired my R2-D2, tweeted a photo of himself posing with it, and gave me a few passes for the game. Nice fellow.
Oh, nice
he
one.
He was also the VP of the computer game company that produced the game. Yeah, he was. I've forgotten his name. He was vice president at Gearbox Software, who made the Borderlands game.
Yeah.
And then in Borderlands 2, I think it was, there was some kind of falling out, and he was removed from the company, and they got somebody else to voice the character's voice. That's a shame. Yeah, I think he wrote and voiced Claptrap.
Yeah.
Borderlands 3, they changed the voice.
Always happens, doesn't it, eh?
Yeah. There was a big falling out between him and Randy Pitchford, who owns Gearbox.
Yeah. What a shame.
But no, Borderlands is one of those essential, like, 2000s, 2010 games that you have to play.
Yeah. What did you do? When I first got the Xbox, I thought, well, I'm going to ask someone that plays a lot of it. So I said, what games would you recommend for us? Because he knows me better than I know myself. And you haven't been wrong yet, mate, have you? So,
nope.
And it was pretty much what Lex said. Oh, you know, have you thought of these games? And he just reeled off the same list, basically. It was like, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, as an example of the stupidity of Borderlands, there's a character who has a unicorn made of diamond, and the unicorn's called Butt Stallion. So there you go. That's how stupid the game is. There's a character called Mr. Torg, who's a representative of one of the arms manufacturers called Torg, and he's all about explosions. If it doesn't blow up, he don't care.
I've got many a good game to explore, and
you've got 20-odd years of games.
Yeah,
games history to play through.
I'm looking forward to it because I think it's going to be, like I say, I think it's going to be fun. But,
I can't wait for you to start enjoying it.
Yeah, it'll get there. Like I say, I've had a couple of explores of moments, but it's like anything. I'm learning the controls. I'm familiarising myself with different environments, and so once I'm happy, I'll sit and enjoy the game more if I know where what I'm actually doing with the controls and that. You know, that's quite important.
Oh yeah. You've got like so much from simple shooters to complex RPGs.
I did go all in and just load a game that it said, "Oh yeah, I've just sent you." Was it Far Cry Prime or something? I said, "Yeah, I've just downloaded." No, it was the pack when it was the collection, and I just loaded it up. And I'm like, "Yeah, okay, I'm running around. I don't know what I'm doing." He went, "Dude," he said, "You've gone straight in at the deep end." I went, "Oh yeah."
I know you did that in Cyberpunk as well, didn't you? It was like,
yeah. I just ended up there, and I'm like, "Oh yeah, yeah." And I like that.
I mean, you have to remember for Festa, I said Fiesta then. I nearly called it Fiesta. Oh, God, Ted, you're in my brain. for Festa, of course, he's got none of the, like, all the stuff we know about video games, like, you know, what a mini-map is, what a waypoint marker is, all these kind of things that we take for granted in games. Festa's not learned that yet.
Yeah, how to get into your inventory and what's in there. I'm like, what's that thing that's popped up on my screen? It's like, that is your inventory. Oh, is it? Okay. What do I do with that then?
Most people think, right, what do I need to do? They'll go into the menu and see what the next quest is. It's like most of us, we just take it for granted. So you've not learned the language of games yet.
No.
You'll get there. I'm so jealous.
Exactly. Yeah. Don't know why my YouTube refreshed. I take it we are still going out on air, folks. Out of interest, because
YouTube.
What's that? Oh yeah, it's still going out. Yeah, it's YouTube through an advert in. Yeah,
hooray!
Yeah, I just suddenly thought, oh no, why am I seeing an advert? We got off air. It's like, no, it's YouTube because I've got my other screen on tonight. I can see it now.
Jolly good.
Anyway, I suppose we're getting to that point where we wrap up for the night, don't we? Because
that's what is it now? It's 25 past, isn't it? Ooh, yeah.
So what have I done tonight? Not a great deal. I've de-chromed a few of the bits. Let's just move Clappy out the way there. I've de-chromed. I've got all my bits now ready to go into the spray booth this week. So this lot will all get painted this week. So I'll sort them out under their respective, because I've got loads of these stands that I have the different colours on, and I just mark it with a bit of tape. So I'll separate that all out when we go off air, and I'll get that ready. I'll have my spray booth live to get that done. Same with the body shell. That'll get painted this week. So hopefully on the next Friday Frolic, this will all be ready to start its assembly. Depends on how the painting goes, because I do like to cure it for a while. So, but I should be able to do the interior and things like that whilst the body shell settles. I'm not going to put any decals on this. This is going to be a straight out of the box body shell, no festerizations or anything like that. Because it's about time I did something straight, isn't it? Let's be honest.
Yeah, he likes to cure it.
Yeah. So, and I've also just put a really knackered old base layer down ready to start painting that bad boy because, I want to weather him up. And, I know it's something totally irrelevant, but, hey, it's something that's got to be painted.
Yeah. It's all just silly fun.
I'll be back with Dangerous on Sunday at 2 p.m. for the Sunday brunch at the bench. So if you've got any work to put in the gallery, get your work in the gallery in the Festa 67's workshop group. And I'll be able to show that off on Sunday. I'll be doing a bit on the group build on Sunday that I started, so I'll be doing a bit of that. yeah, what's next for us two? I've got me 1/16 tank E-Models Monday coming
Monday. It's Wednesday for me and you, isn't it? And then
Wednesday,
Friday,
9 p.m. for me and Fox doing our normal E-Models builds there. I'm carried on with my little vignette thing. And you're doing your Hulk Boss, Mega Boss thing in armour, ain't you, still on that?
Yes, that's the one.
So
I might try and do a gaming stream during the week, but I don't know yet.
Yeah.
I'll see. I'll try.
Yeah, we'll be back Friday for another frolic. You got anything else planned other than an attempt at a gaming stream, mate? You got anything?
Nope. I just take whatever time I can find.
Or anything?
No, I've got filming that I need to do, but it's just trying to find time to do it.
Same here, mate. Every time I plan filming, something happens. That's why I just randomly do it now.
So,
I've got more part work stuff.
There are things I'm in the middle of filming, but
yeah. I've got part work stuff due to land this week, so there'll be some more updates on all of those. And hopefully I'll get some chance to edit some of my archive builds and get them out on air, because I have been building in the background and filming. So, yeah, so there'll be some content coming up for the channel, folks.
For the channel.
Everyone say nighty-night. Catch you all next time. Ciao. Thanks to each and every one of you that has come in and kept us company. It does mean a lot. So until the next one, we'll bid you a good night and all of that. And look forward to seeing you on Sunday, peeps.
Take care, everyone.
Bye-bye for now. Bye.
Adios, amigos.
Hey kid, don't ever let them get inside your head. They'll tell you what to do in life instead of everything you know that you could get. Don't let them guide your life towards regret. I'll fight for what I love with every breath. My past is filled with things I won't forget. I use them all to push me to my best. So treat the worst of times just like a test. If only I could go back in time, I'd tell myself that everything will end up alright. Just push yourself, test yourself, figure out what you like, and find your limits, don't be rigid, always work towards a prime. Surround yourself with open minds, people can change your life. A few friends with intent can help you feel alive. Find a passion, take some action, and with a little time, just be patient, make a statement, try to enjoy your life. They'll try to